We definitely got the nut, but I'm pretty sure we missed yours, Mitch, because there's a little fade in time. So we'll see. We'll see. That one may or may not have successfully gone off.
You may have squeaked it in there.
Maybe squeaked it in there. We'll see. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dungeons of the Mad Mage. This is session 24, and
Wow.
yeah, moving right along. The shit has potentially hit the proverbial fan. I actually, before we get too far into things, I have a brief piece of bookkeeping that I need to do. I actually forgot a small item that you guys would have received, not last session, but the session before that, when you fought the... Ooh, wait, was that last session, or was it...
What
Tell us what it is. We can tell.
No, it was the session. It was the session before last session when you defeated the ochre jelly, right? That pedestal that it was on. There was one thing that kind of would have melted out around from, and that is a little potion. And I'm going to assume that my alchemist, understanding how potions work. In
Which
5th
one?
edition.
Which one?
That's why I said alchemists. But my alchemists
I didn't hear this at the end either.
would have did the taste test to identify, right? And in doing so, you would have discovered that it is a potion of mind reading. So that is an item that I forgot to. There.
Shit, read those minds.
So
Who is taking it?
I was gonna say, who wants to grab that one real quick? Going once, going twice. Back into the void with it.
I will
will
read
take it.
mine.
Okay.
I'm doing
Back
it.
into the void.
Potion of mind reading. It's in it. Prepare for it to be used for something dumb.
Fair enough.
We expect nothing less.
That's right.
Beautiful.
That's right.
Wonderful. Amazing. Okay. So
I can imagine that it wasn't by taste that he figured it out. It's like he puts it in his mouth and it gets like just a blip of the effect, and he hears something like just a word, and he goes like, "Wait, did you say something?"
Ruh-roh. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I like that. I like that.
And then I start
imagery.
speaking into his mind to fuck
Speaking
with him.
in tongues.
You just hear like the last few like the last 3 syllables of cocksucker.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's absolutely what it was.
Like
All
how
right.
he faded in
So,
like a minute ago.
gentlemen, let's go ahead and get things started with a little bit of a recap. Previously on Dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party had defeated an ochre jelly in a room filled with abyssal horror. Exploring further, the party found themselves back in the room where they had previously fought the enormous gelatinous cube. Here, they found another sealed door, and when opening it, they unleashed a deluge of water that swept several members off their feet. The water revealed a bloated mage's corpse, a wrecked laboratory, and a glass wand. From here, the party continued north, only to be noticed and called out to from the darkness. The party had happened upon yet another watchpost of the Xanathar Guild. Here, they met a cursed drow man named Shun Shurith, the leader of this outpost, who was more willing to negotiate than previous individuals they had met. Shun gave the party the location of the stairs down to the next level, in good faith, and offered them coin if they found a group of were-rats and retrieved from them a stone key. The party cautiously agreed and then headed back south, making their way to the electrified copper room. From here, they climbed down the mining shaft and were immediately set upon by a gibbering mouther, an aberration babbling insanity and twisting the very world around it. The party had difficulty fighting this creature while trapped within the mining shaft and dealing with the reality-altering effects it exuded, but it was eventually defeated. Inspecting the area, the party found a desecrated altar to Dumathoin, and after Ashes and Ezrah worked together to clean the altar, they received the blessing of the Keeper of Secrets. Afterwards, the party moved further east, finding more collapsed tunnels and more gibbering mouthers. This time, though, the party had space to maneuver and a plan, and these two boons made the following battle simple for the party. 3 more aberrations lay dead at their feet, and the remnants of the twisted magic of the arcane chambers were that much closer to being dealt with. The party continued exploring the old dwarven halls, and eventually began to hear the sounds of battle. They rushed forward to find out what was going on, and found a human man, armored in heavy plate, slick with black blood, backed into a corner and facing off against twisted, single-eyed abominations and a fiendish insectoid creature. Seeing the party, this man, on death's door, is filled with renewed vigor as he shouts and charges into battle. And that is where we're going to go ahead, and we're currently on the Yawning Portal page. I'm going to flip you guys over to the Arcane Chambers, where...
Quick game of Where's Waldo?
Yeah, right. Where I would like everyone
zoom out
to go ahead, select their tokens,
where the
and
fuck
roll
am I?
for initiative, because things are going to get started pretty much immediately.
So there's just one thing left alive?
From where you can see, it's kind of far.
There's stuff around the corner.
Yeah, there's
You
stuff
probably
around this
could-
kind of like
4
bulge in the
entities
wall.
over here.
Yep.
He said bulge.
I said bulge. Bulls. All right. Good. Let's go ahead and get some stuff up on screen. So, did I show you guys last time what you were looking at?
Yeah, a
Yes,
Nothic.
We are a bunch of Nothics.
Well, so you see this, right?
Did you show us the bug? I don't remember.
And you see this.
Nothing popped up.
I'm clicking.
There it goes.
Okay, you see these two things.
Mm.
Demons!
So,
Perish before my blade.
before my blade. I don't know what that was, but... Okay. And then I need this guy.
The Yugoloths are really interesting creatures,
Yeah, they got some pretty interesting stuff going on.
especially with what they added with Mordecaians.
Yeah. All right.
What race is the person who shouted at us?
He looks human.
Hold on.
All right.
Oh.
Make sure everything looks okay.
Gotcha.
Ah,
Wow.
interesting. I didn't realize it was going to do that, but
Is he in
I'll keep that in
full
mind in
plate?
the future. Huh?
Is he in full plate?
Is in full plate.
Wow.
Okay, Bones, you are up.
Does his full plate have any markings on it?
It
He's kind of in a-
is.
Dark corner.
It is. Yeah, from where you can see, you can just barely like make him out. He's relatively. It's relatively
I was gonna move up
unadorned.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's relatively unadorned. It's mostly covered in like filth and blood, right? It doesn't look overly cared for. And it doesn't look. It's not like new, gleaming, shining armor or anything like that. So, it just looks like serviceable full plate armor, like someone
Okay.
uses it consistently.
All right. Do the whatever the fuck
He's
these
still
things are,
there.
Mesoloth and Yugoloth, notice us here? Or me
Absolutely. In fact,
here?
right
Do they
as this
say
starts,
anything?
right, there's a brief pause as everyone has looked over to you all arriving, and then this guy kind of like yells and he's gonna charge at them. There's a brief moment where the two single-eyed abominations look at the insectoid creature, right? Nothing gets said by the insectoid creature, but then, ooh, what is it? Let me check real quick. Then, yeah, in a momento. There, the one on the right does actually say something. And he said,
Tell
That is
me all your thoughts
incorrect.
of God.
He says a threat? He threatens me?
no.
How fucking dare he? This metal wearing piece of shit.
He says in this kind of very like hissing voice, right, and in a low tone, so it's a kind of difficult for all of you to hear. But he kind of growls this. He looks over at the insectoid creature and then looks at all of you and he says, "Anxiety." Which let me actually whisper this real quick to relevant personnel.
Side.
Yep. What do you want to do, Bones? It's a quiet spot. That track. I need to look at that. So bear in mind, you guys are going to start getting whispers in Discord now, or not Discord, in Roll20 now. So keep an eye on that.
Okay. I'll draw my boomerang, and I'm gonna hold my action for if I can get a snack attack.
Okay, sounds good. This first one,
or someone within 5 feet.
right? The one that kind of like did that hiss. He will, or it. There's a clear gender for these things immediately. It will actually, like, it looks at you, right? And it has this massive green central eye, Bones, and it, like, stares at you for a moment, and then its eye kind of flashes. I need you to roll a DC 12 Constitution save.
Bidding.
Nice. All right, so you feel this wave of just kind of like filth wash over you, and your body tingles for a moment, and you actually see some of like the tips of your hair kind of begin to decay and wilt, right? But you are able to resist the effect, which means you do not take the associated necrotic damage. Okay?
Damn, I've been growing that hair for a while.
Sorry, buddy. And then this this Nothic actually comes sprinting out to the left, right? That's a little loud. Okay, that is his turn. Ashes, you're up.
All right, Ashes is going to use his action to dash, and he wants to close in with both of these enemies so that if they want to approach this man, they will invoke the wrath.
Gotcha.
Someone who's most likely going
snake
to
attack.
miss.
Fantastic. Okay, so you're actually your trigger is acceptable on both. Which one do you want to throw at?
The perp.
Okay, sounds good.
Normal assault, storm boomerang, 11.
Unfortunately, 11 does not hit.
Good, when the storm boomerang comes back. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a boomerang.
So when the boomerang does not connect, it actually will right back around as long as it has an acceptable trajectory, which it currently does. So it whizzes back to your hands, and
it's magic. It always comes back.
No, it is no. It does
Yeah,
not.
it's magic. It's
No,
magic.
it does not. Absolutely does not.
Suspend your disbelief. It's
Nope,
magic.
absolutely not.
Jeremy, it's magic.
So,
though.
Ashes, anything else for your turn?
I cannot do anything else, so that is in turn.
Fantastic. Up next is Wolf. Panther, Wolf.
Okay. Wolf's gonna growl, hiss, and charge forward. 5, 10, 15, 30, 35, 40, 45. And because it traveled 20 feet in a line towards this man,
Sure.
he's going to pounce.
Okay.
He's gonna attack with a claw.
All right.
Claw.
Sounds good.
Does
Yeah.
the claw hit?
This track's got vocals, boys.
The claw does hit. just.
Clawed.
Wow,
Take
he
4
did stuff.
damage. And
4
then make a
damage.
DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Sure. He does not seem to be overly harmed by the attack.
That is fine.
And
Panther
sorry,
Wolf is still proud of himself. You
what's
will
the
not
saving
hang
throw?
12 strength.
12 strength. All right. Yeah. He is not
Wow,
knocked
that man
prone.
is strong AF.
He is definitely not knocked prone.
Well,
only
Panther Wolf then
+4.
does not bite him.
Good to know. So,
Actually, wouldn't Panther Wolf have advantage? You could check for crit.
I did.
yeah. Oh, you already did.
Rolled
Yeah.
18 and a 20.
Okay,
That's true.
gotcha.
Sorry, I
Oh
was
yeah,
not paying
yeah.
attention.
duh.
Okie
Wow,
dokie.
okay.
Anything else? Is that it?
No, sorry. Yeah.
Ezra, you're up.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Oh, Jimmy. Oh.
Ezra will reach out and rake at him with his spectral hand.
Is the him the Mesoloth?
Yes.
That will hit.
Oh.
For 10 necrotic damage. I am assuming he is not an undead creature.
No, he's not.
But he cannot regain
so
hit
the
points
s-
until the end of my next turn.
Sounds good. Okay, so he is clawed. The chill touch is able to pierce through his chitinous armor. I don't know why I opened that. All right, and that's that. The human will kind of he's let out his yell, raised his greatsword, and he charges at the Nothic, and he starts swinging like crazy. Let's that. Don't need that. Okay, so he starts swinging. Ignore the second number, by the way. The second number
Yeah,
does
he
not
sure
apply.
does swing.
Swing. He swings 3 times in rapid succession. And
Man, this boy don't need help.
the first one misses.
Right? This man is strong as fuck.
Well, there are 2 of these Nothics that are dead on the ground already.
This man does 46 damage a swing?
No,
he's
ignore
supposed
the
to
second
ignore the
ones.
rest.
The second
Oh,
the
okay,
second one
okay.
is not applicable in this situation.
He powers up?
No, he's powered down.
Maybe.
He is weakened at the moment. You actually see, like, as he attacks, like he charges in, he's flagging, like he's breathing heavy, he's covered in blood, and a lot of it is his own blood. Like, he does not look hale and hearty. He looks like he has been driven into a corner. You all are providing him this opportunity. So he comes in swinging.
Yes, enjoy this activity.
And he chops into this Nothic pretty heftily. The Nothic now looks bloodied, and that is his turn. Yep. All right. Now it is the Mesoloth. Let me look something
Jay,
up
are you
real quick.
Wolf Boy right now?
What?
Jay, are you Wolf Boy right now?
I am Wolf Boy right now.
There's a he-wolf in the closet.
Just fuck off.
Okay. All right, yeah, sure. I think that'll work. This creature, right? This fiendish insect raises one of his claws. Like he has this big spear held by two of them, but he has four. I think he has four. Let me check. Yeah, he has four arms. So he has two holding this trident, and he raises one of the other ones, and you see him trace sigils in the air, and he drops a sphere of yellow-green fog around himself. I'll shape real quick. What's the command for circle? There we go.
Alt, fucking shift, control shift, control alt shift.
It's a pretty big circle.
That's what she said.
Roughly the size of a fireball. And he's just gonna try to get as many people as he can in it. So he drops that. And so this yellow-green fog starts to out from this point. And it starts to encompass all of you.
Sweet Jesus.
And we're going to go from there. Yeah, that's it for now. Okay. So, that is its turn. Matashtai, you were up, and you now see, right, that your vision is heavily obscured, right? Like, you can barely see shapes moving in this thick green fog.
Oh, that's, makes things difficult. Alright, I'm gonna take some steps. 5, 10. Third. 5. 45. And I'm gonna try and shoot an arrow where I last saw that Nothic.
Yeah,
I feel like based on what I saw, there's gonna be no collateral from this shot.
he will be heavily obscured, which just means that he's gonna have a +5 to his AC.
Okay, unlikely I hit then. But we'll try. I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate Kensei shot.
Nice, gotcha. And fired. Ooh, 23 hits.
Hell yeah!
Absolutely, I believe so.
Suck on that 7 damage.
Sure. 7 damage.
Fire off another shot.
Okay.
And I miss horribly.
That one does miss horribly. Let me check something real quick.
But you tried, and that's what's important.
We're good. Okay.
Damn.
No, I was shooting at the Nothic, not Mesolith.
Oh, my bad. You were shooting at
'Cause
the Nothic.
I was worried about hitting my allies, so I would have shot at this guy.
I understand. Gotcha. Only changes who I dealt damage to. Doesn't change anything else. So, real quick. Boom. There you go. Much better.
Gracias.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Alright. Fantastic. Okie dokie. There is another Nothic. And he starts his turn inside the Cloud Kill. So he makes a Constitution saving throw. And yeah, I believe that is a success. Yep, that's a success. So he only takes half of 22 damage. So he is pretty
Yikes.
injured.
Panther Wolf is gonna die.
And kind of instinctually, Nothics are they like to give. So he's actually going to use the disengage action, and then he goes sprinting west, trying to get
Did you
out.
say kind of instinctually they like to live? Is that what was just said?
Well, so there are certain creatures that don't care whether or not they live or die, or don't have survival instincts. Nothics are kind of on that weird line, because Nothics are these weird aberrations of nature, but they do have like an inherent survival instinct. Okay, so that is his turn, and then we are back to Shade in the Graveyard. Bones, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw as you start your turn in the Cloud Kill.
Yokai.
You fail.
I'm coughing.
You take 19 poison damage.
Where'd my sheet go? -19. Okay, done.
You are, it's your turn. The area of the green circle is heavily obscured.
Oh, I'm not coughing. Okay, I thought I'm mixing up
It just
spells, I
seems to
guess.
be the cloud kill effect is just a poisonous gas, so it doesn't cause you any undue issue aside from the fact that it's trying to kill your body.
Good. Good. I'll step out of it.
Okay. He's just like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, I say fuck it, I'm out.
By the way, do I get an opportunity attack on that Nothic that ran away?
No, he disengaged.
Okay, gotcha.
Yellow bitch.
Rude.
I'm with the boomerang at him again.
Okay. Who?
The purple man.
Ah, that's what it is. Sorry, I did it incorrectly. It's not, heavily obscured is not the same thing as, full cover, or, 3/4 cover. It's actually, heavily obscured means it is the same as the blinded condition. So your, boomerang will be at disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
10.
Okay, that is a
Good.
miss.
Whatever, comes back.
Comes back.
I'm done.
I'm almost tempted.
Make him roll to see if he can catch it.
Yeah, because it disappears into this fog cloud,
Oh, fuck off, it's
and
magic.
then comes swirling back. So we're gonna do a low DC.
Is magic.
Low DC.
Magic.
Sleight of
I understand,
hand.
is magic.
Sleight of hand. DC 10.
10.
You
Wow.
Was it 10?
It was 10. You catch it. You're good.
I feel
But
like
it's
I'm
a,
being cyberbullied.
it's a close thing. I don't know. I thought that was pretty valid. I thought that was fair. All right. Anything else?
Nah.
Nope. Okay. The next Nothic is also going to make a check. He succeeds. He takes
Everybody in that cloud is fucking dead.
half. Oh my goodness, that's a
Good lord.
Yikes.
He's glad he saved. Holy crap.
I imagine he is.
That hurt a lot. So he also does not want to be in the cloud. But he is not near anyone. So he comes out of the cloud, right? He sees Matashtai standing there. And I think instinctually, right? Matashtai, you have a bow out, don't you?
No.
You have your longbow out?
I shot him with my awesomeness.
So I think instinctually, right, this creature, it goes, a bow, a ranged weapon. Get him! Right? You know, so he then will
Bullshit.
close the distance.
Like
And
came out at an angle.
he's gonna come in and he's going to claw. 18 into 17.
Those both hit.
All right, so he comes in with just these jagged, and they're not as overly like long, sharp talons or anything like that. They're kind of like shorter, jagged claws, and he just kind of like jumps on you and tries to maul you. He's able to rake his claws across your flesh and put the hurt on you. And that is his turn. Ashes, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw as you are in the cloud kill.
All right.
That is a success. You take...
Okay.
Do you have any resistance to poison?
I do. I have infernal,
Absolutely.
what is it? Infernal Constitution.
Fantastic. So that means you are going to have, and then have again, the damage. So, then down to, you take 6 poison damage.
Dan, you got any of that half damage?
Now, though, you still took damage, so you still have to take your check.
I save.
You save! Alright, what would you like to do with your turn?
Wait. No, it's half of the damage I take is the DC, right? It's 10 minimum, or... Oh, yeah, it's 6.
Yeah, it's 10 or half,
Yep.
so you,
Okay,
you
cool.
save,
I
absolutely.
save. Alright, so I see this guy in front of me. Or maybe I see this guy in front of me. I know he's in front of me, so I'm going to attack anyway.
He's obscured, so you are blinded right now. You have disadvantage on your attack. There is, however, a panther in there threatening him, which is causing his, to be dropped. So
D&D, guys.
It washes out. You got a normal attack.
He's growling in there. You're like,
that's a
oh,
miss.
Shit,
That is absolutely a miss. That is also absolutely a miss. Holy
Bonus
crap.
action.
That you feel a chitinous shell, and your claws just off, doing no damage.
Cool.
Unfortunate.
That'll be a turn.
Ruh-roh. Wolf, Panther, Wolf. Please make a Constitution saving throw for me. Mikhail.
Oh, sorry. I was reading Infernal Constitution.
Okay.
Constitution, you said?
Yep. That is a success.
Oh, Panther Wolf might survive.
The Panther Wolf takes half damage.
What, the way Jeremy rolls?
Wow, that was actually a shitty roll. Panther Wolf takes
Panther Wolf
7
lives.
poison damage. Very nice.
Panther Wolf will not take this lying down, and he strikes out.
Okay. Panther Wolf strikes at a normal instead of disadvantage.
He clawed.
And that is a hit.
Clawed.
Now drop the fucking cloud.
He only takes 2 damage from that because Panther Wolf's attacks are not magical. But he does not drop the cloud. Oh, that's fun. Alright. Anything else for Panther Wolf?
No, he's just gonna hang out there.
Fantastic. Ezra, you're up.
So he's heavily obscured in the cloud.
Yep. Everyone in the cloud is heavily obscured.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
attempt
think Ezra's just gonna go for the route of, well, fuck you, I don't care.
Would I do that?
Absolutely, you would. All right, magic missile comes out. What level are you casting at?
3rd level.
All right. Ooh. Okay, so you get a couple of missiles this time around. Ew, not the greatest damage rolls on those though. Unfortunate. But still, 14 damage. 5 missiles streak through the air, right?
3 plus 2, 5.
Yeah, 5 streak through the air, and they find the Mezzaloth with unerring accuracy. Doof, 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 doof. I don't know how many that was. Takes the damage, and he makes a concentration check. And he easily succeeds.
I tried.
Yeah,
boys.
absolutely. Okay, anything else for your turn?
Good try, Jacob. Proud of you, buddy.
All right. The human, beaten and broken as he is, he is going to make his saving throw. He is successful. Ooh, gosh. Oh, dang. All right, so he takes 10 poison damage. You all hear this kind of loud, like, retching, right, as he...
Hey, does anyone hear retching?
He's gonna get wise, and he is going to rush away from the poison death, which actually does put him on top of the other Nothic, and he's got the ability, so why not? So he's gonna swing, and that is all he needed. So he comes out, he sees the Nothic, he catches up to it, and cleaves it in twain with his greatsword.
Be cleaved!
So that Nothic is now dead. But those of you that can see this guy now, he looks hurt. Like, he looks he looks like he's on death's door. He's like, he slashes through the Nothic, and then he kind of like stumbles, and he looks around, looks up, and he sees the other Nothic, and he like raises his sword, right? Like, I'm a-coming! like he's just not gonna stop. So, next up is the Mesoloth, who is in the Cloud Kill, but is immune to poison. So he does not have to worry about
convenient.
How convenient!
How dare he be immune to his own spell?
Unfortunate.
What a bitch.
So I do think, actually, in technicality, right? Let me double check this real quick. So at the start of his turn, the center point is here, right? Of the Cloud Kill. At the start of his turn, the Cloud Kill will move 10 feet away from him. So the direction away from him is basically this way. So it rolls 10 feet up this way. And then that's how it works. Unfortunate.
So rolls in one way, or does he control it?
No, it rolls wherever it's cast, it rolls away from the individual and where it's cast. It's like repelled away from the original casting point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the fog
I'm gonna
moves
die.
10 feet away from you at the start of each of your turns. Okay. So, it is Mesilos's turn, and he is going to... he does not like the fact that he is flanked. So he is going to try to get rid of the weakest link. Goodbye. So he's going to slash out with one of his claws at the Wolf Panther.
Panther Wolf.
Panther Wolf
His name's Wolf.
is hit for 10 slashing damage.
He falls.
And
But
Wolf-
luckily he's a half orc, and he pops back up at 1 HP.
And Wolf Panther goes
I didn't hear no bell.
and is gone. Goodbye, Wolf Panther. All right, fantastic. So then he is going to turn, right? And he will... Actually, he's a smart boy. Mesoloth? What is he? No, he's not the smartest boy. DC 10 for being a smart boy. That wasn't supposed to be a disadvantage. So that's 14. He's a smart boy. He steps out of the cloud. And he swings at Ashes with his trident, two-handed style. That's a 10. That's a miss.
That'll miss.
Okay. And then he steps back into the cloud. So he steps out to reveal his vision of you, and then steps back in to obscure your vision of him. So, that is his turn. Matashtai, roll me a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 11, by the way. You guys have done it enough times at this point that I don't feel bad revealing that. Wowie! Very nice.
Probably would have died if I hadn't saved there. Oh, I would have had 2 HP.
Oh, super close. So you take 11 damage from the poison. And now you have a basic understanding of what it does, right? So you guys do now have the ability to calculate where it's going to go, calculate the trajectory. So what do you want to do?
All right. I'm gonna drop my bow.
Okay.
And before it touches the ground, I would like to strike out twice with Tear of the North.
Oh, okay. Drop. Oh, it's Tear's on your side, right? Because I'm assuming Tumbakiri is on your back. All right.
Yeah. Oh, garbage damage. Okay.
Easy peasy. Definitely both hits, but yeah, a little bit on the Garbo side of the damage. So you don't outright kill this Nothic, but you do wound it pretty severely. What else do you want to do?
Get out of the poison.
That might be a good idea. Oh shit.
I'm going to
Mezzaloths
spend my last key point to use Step of the Wind, and I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go away.
Can you Step of the Wind? Do you Step of the Wind as a bonus action, or is it just freely?
It's a bonus.
To like activate it?
Yeah.
Free. Because it says you use your bonus action to disengage or dash.
Is that how that works?
I will click the thing for you.
Click the thing for me. I don't remember. It's been too long since I've actually looked. Ah, gotcha. So you are using Step of the Wind to take the okay. Okay. So where are you going?
Away.
Away! God, you're so fast. Your wily monk feet are so quick. Quick feet. All right, cool. Anything else?
Nope. I'm gonna just chill over here, hurting.
All right, Owen is dead. We are back to Bones. Bones, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yo, okay. 4.
To fail, you take 29 poison damage, and Bones is unconscious. He takes in one deep breath too many, and
is forced to?
Goes down. Yes, you are forced to. Anything else?
As long as we recognize that.
Gotcha. Fantastic.
No.
I didn't know if you
yes,
were
I would like
actually I was now the time to reveal that you are in fact a half orc, you know?
Yes, I am a half orc. Been wearing a skin suit the entire time.
See, you guys just never knew. All right.
In case anyone was wondering.
The entire group are half orcs.
Everyone's a half orc. I'm pretty sure this guy. Ooh, he saved, but he might not be dead. Oh, wow. Okay, so this guy is alive. So he comes out of the poison. And I think he sees Squishy Mage, so he runs at Squishy Mage. I mean,
Sorry, Ezra.
like I don't see why he would not do that. So he runs at Squishy Mage and he goes claw claw. 21-16. So Kethra, for the first time in like, he's over there making faces
Ezrah,
like
take it
he's.
back. It's
Or
Ezrah.
sorry, my bad, Ezra.
Damn it, Kethra!
Those would have hit Kethra.
I'm used to both characters playing like the same style. So,
I take offense to that.
where Ezra has not taken damage in like the last 7 fights,
Inaccurate.
he finally gets hit. So, 15.
I have skeletal hands!
He holds his hands up.
That wasn't even a fight. Oh my goodness. Alright, so that is the end of that turn for the Nothic. And then Ashes, you are no longer in the Cloud Kill. You have not taken damage since your last turn. What do you want to do?
Kill.
Run away!
I guess I'm just gonna swing at him because I just
Swing, swing, swing.
from the table side of my heart.
You have disadvantage because he is heavily obscured.
I also want to just like reach in and grab him by the scruff and drag him out of it, but then I wouldn't
Pull
get
him
the
out.
swing. So I'm just gonna
Pull him out. Use one of your attacks to pull him out.
I mean, you could use an attack to, like, make a grapple, and then as you're moving, pull him, right? Use half your movement speed, that type of thing.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to swing at him, and the cloud would still stay up anyway.
You would swing at him. You use an attack out of your attack. Yeah, you can. That is always a thing. You can make a grapple as an attack instead of, or a shove, right? You can do that. You don't have to use your whole action to do that.
I thought the extra attack is when you take the attack option, you can attack again.
It counts as an attack. Grapple is basically a special. It doesn't. Is not. Am I wrong on the ruling there?
You are correct. You only have
Yeah.
to take the attack action and attack with your main.
All right,
hand.
yeah.
Do it
Yeah.
I'll shove my
So I
hand in
mean,
there. And try-
basically, like a shove or a grapple counts as an attack.
It actually says that you can replace one of your attacks if you have multi-attack with that.
There you go.
So yeah, I want to like grab him, and then if I can, like maybe throw him against the wall behind me.
Sure. Okay, so that is going to be a grapple. So it's going to be a strength check, or what is it? Athletics versus athletics, or acrobatics.
so.
It's athletics versus athletics or acrobatics. The
So it'll be his
attack is to choose.
strength for him. Whoa! Holy pooper naders! That's a pretty good one.
Don't you have it? Do you have advantage because you're a wolf?
Doesn't matter.
I do have advantage,
It does matter. It always matters.
Doesn't matter.
but he's in the cloud, so it would be disadvantage, so it would even
Nope.
out, right?
No, 'cause you're not making
Technically,
an
it,
attack roll.
yeah, it's not an attack roll, so technically there is no, like,
Yeah.
the concept
Yeah.
is with a grapple is that if you're close enough to grapple something, you don't need to like unerringly hit it. You just need to get your hands on it and then hold, right? Is the functionality. So you reach in, grab this Mesoloth, and now you can, when you move, you're basically pulling him, which is going to cost you double movement,
Okay.
right? Because it's opposed. I think is the
I'll drag
effective.
him. Well, if that's the case, I'll just
Just going to drag him out.
Instead of like me actually move him, can I just like rotate him around and just use that same amount of movement speed doubled? Or is he going to be stuck on my north side? Either way, don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. We're getting noodly now. Let's just stick with the north side for
All right.
now. If we start to do this as a more frequent thing, right? If we're like, yeah, we're gonna grapple the shit out of people all the time, then we'll start getting specific with it. But for now, let's just drag him behind you.
Okay. And I will use my second attack to hurt this
Sounds good.
man at regular.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
Smash.
Smash. 7
Uh,
damage.
Does he roll for every attack I land?
Yep,
for combat?
and he is successful on that one.
Yep. All right. Another attack.
Hit. Another 5 damage. Your claws count as magical, right?
They do.
I was pretty sure that they did.
I think. Hold on.
I think that's a 6th level thing you get.
That might be.
Pretty sure that they do.
I think the way I was getting in magical damage was at the right. So, no. I'm gonna say no for now, but I'm gonna verify and make sure.
Well, let's just look up real quick. It's not gonna take more than like a few moments, so no big deal. I would rather you get the because, well, I'd say
Your own strikes are considered single weapon. Is right. Use your dexterity. Yeah, they are not magical. Yet.
When do they become magical?
I'm gonna have to look it up on the page.
Is that your turn, Jay?
Probably pretty soon.
Yeah, that's into my turn.
All right, fantastic. So that is the end of his turn. We are still up there. He still counts as heavily obscured for you because you can't see through the fog cloud. He's not in it, but it is in between you. So, well, I guess I don't know if at that point it stems down to partial cover, or not partial cover, half cover and 3/4 cover at that point. I don't know. But for me, it makes more sense that he's still heavily obscured. So, what do you want to do?
As I start reaching out towards him, a cloud of electrical energy emanates around my legs as I use tempestuous magic.
Cool.
As I'm casting magic missile. That is a 1st level magic missile that does as much damage as the 3rd level magic missile. Magic missile, all of them are going to the Mesoloth as I tempestuous magic to step away from this motherfucker without taking an opportunity attack, and he takes 3 damage from Heart of Storm.
And he dies.
Thank God.
Like the what is it? Lightning or is it thunder? Or is it either or?
I get to choose. Normally it would be lightning.
So he basically, like, an arc of lightning just shoots off of you as you whoosh away, and it just fries him. You know, he goes.
It's lightning unless I say otherwise.
Sounds good. All right, fantastic. Okay, so the Mesoloth just took 13 damage. So let's roll a concentration check, and he finally fails. And the cloud kill goes down, which is,
oh my god, I might not die
just
alone.
in time for Bones to not get destroyed by it.
I got you.
God.
That's fantastic. All right, and so the other thing is seeing like the cloud kill removed, right, and then seeing that there are no other living enemies now on the field. The human still flagging, right? The two-handed greatsword. He turns and he sees like Ashes holding onto the Mesoloth and you know, like doing that whole like reach over and like try to slash him in the face type thing. And he doesn't run, but he does that kind of like plodding, you know, step after step forward, right up behind the Mesoloth, and just raises his greatsword and he's gonna start hacking.
I'll see him come up from behind and actually hold him out.
Okay. Oh fuck. The 23 definitely hits. Now his weapon is not magical. Didn't matter on the Nothics, but it does matter on the Mesoloths. So that 14 is reduced to 7. We got another one. That hits. That 12 is reduced to 6. And we got a third one. That's a 27. That 15 is reduced down to 7. And the Mesoloth is still alive, but it is shrieking in your grasp, Ashes. It's just freaking out. And it's screaming in a... So we have an abyssal speaker. That's Jake, right? We have an infernal speaker, right? Who speaks infernal? Isn't that you, Jay?
Yeah.
All right. So there is a combination. This thing is shrieking in abyssal. It's shrieking in infernal. It's shrieking in your minds, right? You all hear it in your... I think all of you hear it in your minds. Let me check. Nope. Matashtai and Ezrah hear nothing, and Bones is dead. So it's pretty much just Ashes that hears this in his mind. But
Yep, I'm dead, boys.
But you guys hear the other stuff, right? And it's basically just like squealing, "No, not yet! I still have stuff to do! He'll be so mad! Stop! Stop!" And he is... It's his turn. He lives. And he can just
Run over and execute me.
see. He looks at you, Ashes, and he mutters something, and he vanishes.
No. What?
And he reappears right here as he teleports 60 feet away. And then he tries to run. That's 30 feet. And he actually has...
Just through the corner?
No, he's running around the corner. Sorry. In a momento. Where's his movement? Oh, it's... okay, there we go. So, no, he's right here. Sorry, I'm trying to click stuff. So he goes running past you, Matashtai. You get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Swing at him. And I miss.
And you, like, it just off of his hide. Roll me a confirm real quick.
Sure.
Actually, don't bother with it because it's not going to matter. Worst case scenario is you're just going to lose your weapon. You're not going to hit anybody else. So,
Okay.
He goes rushing past you and out of your sight. What do you do? Because you dropped your bow, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Do you chase him?
Ezra, heal Bones if you can!
You chase him.
Back, you little shit.
Oh shit! So, yeah, you go. Matashtai just goes like chasing him down the hallway out of y'all's sight.
Ha!
17 does not hit.
Ha!
15 does not hit. 17 does not hit.
That feels about right.
Oh no.
Now
Okay.
I die.
Fantastic. Bones, please make me a death saving throw.
I click.
You click.
I survive.
You save. All right. Dali is dead. Ashes. One of your allies is on the ground. The other has fled, or not fled. The other has pursued. Do not pursue the Mezzaloth. Yeah, right. So what do you want to do?
Let's see. I can't get to Bones in 30. So I'll move.
As you
30.
move, the human, right, kind of breathing heavy, he just kind of like growls. And he's just like, "Hey, don't you let that little shit get away!"
Yeah, that's Rex, for sure.
Sounds like a little shit.
Right?
Hey.
Yeah, we've been colluding behind in the Discord. We were like, is this Rex?
I figured you guys would be.
So, Jeremy, I don't
It's gonna
think
be a
we've
shame
talked
that
about
we have
this
to
yet.
execute
You
him
said
now.
it's a bonus action for us to quaff.
I'm not sure that we could beat him.
Action for us to.
He's real hurt.
Somebody else.
Yes.
So are we.
Bonus action to quaff.
Just me.
Action to
no one else is
administer.
hurt.
I take a potion and
13
I
HP.
literally throw it at Bones' face.
Okay, well,
I'm not.
Okay,
Turn!
fair enough. Is that the end of your turn? What do you want to do?
I'll bonus action dash.
Okay.
And I'll get on this side of Bones. Depending on what happens next turn, that I can either pick him up or pursue Lubu.
Sounds good.
In turn.
Ezra, what are you gonna do?
Seeing that Ashes has Bones, I will follow suit.
Okay. Run around the corner. You get there just in time to see Matashtai chasing down this Mezoloth who is fending him off. And the magic missiles go up. They go up and around Matashtai and into the Mezoloth. Killing him.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh boy. Yeah, he only had two health left. That was real sketch. That was real sketch.
That guaranteed damage is
Oh my
so
goodness.
good.
Absolutely. Magic Missile has been a very good friend to you so far. All right, so let's regroup for a moment. Uno momento. Everyone, for that battle, go ahead and add 600 experience. That was a tough one.
600 taken.
600 experience for the Mezzo battle. Very nice, very nice.
Oh.
And then, real quick, we're gonna pop on over here to our other scene. All right, so in the aftermath of the battle, I'm assuming Ashes, you pick Bones up with a potion.
I force feed him 6 HP.
All right, Bones, you come sputtering awake, right? Delicious healing fluids within your throat. Fantastic.
oh yeah, put him in me, daddy.
Oh, so good. And you guys are able to kind of like reconvene in the moments after the battle. I deleted the tension pool. And then there's this moment, right?
It was at 2, by the way.
Yeah, I put tension 2 and then I put 2 in the wrong field.
We got 0 of tension 2.
Giggity.
Now we've got 2 of tension 1 and 0 of tension. Okay.
That's your face. It is fixed. And then there's this moment. Everyone's reconvening. Bones comes, is brought back from the brink, and then this big, blood-covered, plate-wearing human. He kind of like after seeing everything's done, right? Like you all come around the corner, and he kind of goes, "Is it dead?"
Is it? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
And he's been standing with kind of like at the ready the entire time with the sword, and immediately like he just like the sword flips, the tip of the sword kind of like hits the stone, and he's like bracing himself on it, and he's just like, "Oh, thank God. Oh, holy hell. Oh, you all showed up at the right time. Can't thank you enough. Jeez.
How'd you find yourself in the middle of this mess?
Oh, you know how it is. A little bit of dungeon delving, seek out your fortune, and then all of a sudden, demons try to bite your head off. Oh, whew. I
Gotta
need to
say,
sit
it's
down.
brave of you to travel alone.
Oh, he says, well, Oh, I white screened. I'll go back to regular cam while I'm reloading. He kind of like he doesn't stand around waiting for you. He walks off over to the side of the rubble, right? He says, "Well, yeah, traveling with people is fine and all, but I don't know. Sometimes it causes complications, you know? Like, I try to be a good guy. Sometimes dealing with people is just, sometimes it just ain't for me. You know, and he points at so there's actually like a little fire, like there's a little campfire crackling, like that's what's providing the light in this place. There's a little campfire crackling in towards the center of the room. He was like, I was resting, trying to catch a bit of shut-eye. Oh, and then these ones came on me.
Man, if you were definitely like trying to get us to spend the night in the dungeon, that's not happening now. Like, well, good luck.
Hey, you do.
We're actually we're looking for the entrance to level 3. Here
Are
soon.
we? Because
I walk over to him and I hold out my hand to shake his, and I say, "The name's Matt."
Looks at you and he lifts out his hand, takes yours, and he gives it a solid pump, and he smiles up at you, and he's covered in sweat and grime and everything like that. And you see, like, he's actually he's got a bloody mouth a little bit, like he took a hit in the face, and he smiles up at you, and it's kind of that like boxer smile, like it's a little dazed and a little bloody, but it's, you know, all charm, that whole scenario. And he shakes your hand and he says, "Nice to meet you, Matt. I'm Rex."
I get up and drink 2 potions.
as he says his name,
I say,
Matt kind of squeezes his hand a little tighter than probably anticipated.
I don't know that he notices over much, really.
I'll step in.
Just kind of like, because he has a pretty, I mean, this is a strong man, right? So when he squeezes your hand, or when he shakes your hand, he's giving you a firm handshake. So he probably just takes it as like he's firming up, you know, type thing. Like, not as a,
show that I'm a man.
Yeah, not that he's like, oh, he's suddenly squeezing my hand for some other reason, right?
Yeah.
And he
whimpers upon hearing that.
He reaches in, like, he's got this little satchel on his side, and he reaches in and he takes out a little a flagon of wine, right? And he kind of pops the little top on it, and
I step back.
And he looks up and he says, "There's not much left, but I mean, saved my life. More than welcome."
I don't drink. You mentioned having to deal with people. We've actually been running into a lot of them lately.
People down here?
Yeah.
That's pretty surprising.
Yeah, we ran into a dwarf on this floor, actually.
Looks around, he says,
killing himself.
"Well, these are some dwarven halls, so it's not overly surprising."
Yeah,
I guess.
And then we ran across a female priest that was strangled to death by a revenant.
What's a revenant?
Oh, you've not heard of them?
You create it. Sorry.
when a man or when a person
loves a woman,
loves a woman. When somebody is woefully wronged in their dying breaths.
So I want to make this clear, right? He's listening to you, right? But he's also, like, he's reclined. He's got his legs out in front of him. He's trying to, like, make himself as comfortable as he can be in full plate armor and just, like, beat to shit. And he's just, like, he's back up against the wall, like, taking plugs out of this flagon of wine, right? But he's looking at you and he's listening, right? And he keeps, like, nodding along.
So he's
and
prone on
after
the
I go
ground,
through
is what you're
the
saying.
feel of how revenants work, I'll say we actually got to know this one. Actually,
Got to know.
yeah.
Just say they was
They
undead.
yes.
He kind of like winces and he says,
focused.
"I mean, not judging or anything, but strange
Yo,
bedfellows."
I want to come down. I'll be like, hey, I'll take some of that. I'm gonna put my back against this wall. I'll take some drink. I'll sit down with him. I'll take some drinks. Yeah, help the healing potion. Go
You're
down
not
and-
currently flanking him, by the way. Just saying.
I understand what I'm doing. I know what I'm about.
That's not. You're not flanking him by sitting next to him.
Okay, fine. Right here. I don't care. I'm not trying to. Yet.
Okay. You
I
come
go
sit
for
next
the
to him and
healing
you
potion
ask
too.
about it,
I'm-
and
I'm-
absolutely, he hands over this flagon of wine, and it's cheap wine, honestly, but you know, it's
I
what it
just wanna-
is.
Care.
So again, right? He's still kind of dazed, and he's looking, he's listening to what. What are you saying?
Well, this one was actually left to die after being stripped of all of his belongings and tossed down a well just before the entrance to floor 2.
Huh. That's pretty right shit.
Yeah. It wasn't until he killed the cleric before he was able to move on. But he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, there's your happy ending, huh? A little bit of good in this world, eh?
Well, almost.
Can't always win, can we?
Afraid not. And then I'll stab him with my sword.
Jesus
And-
Christ! Oh, really?
And
That's what he
like
said.
assuming the blade actually goes in, I would like to believe the little holy symbol that Haleth would kind of dangle loosely, and I'll lean in and say Haleth sends his regards.
Make an attack roll.
Jesus.
Make an attack roll with advantage. Because, I mean, you might kill him outright, but if you don't, he's not going to go down. He's not going to, like, just let you kill him. That's a hit.
Oh, kill him outright. That'd be so
him
fucking
outright.
poetic.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do enough damage. I didn't write up before.
Just do your damage, dog.
That's not going to be enough.
You
Yikes.
stab him. And I'll say, like, you stab him in the chest. He's not expecting it, right? And he does the whole, like, oof, like, immediately, like, grabs the blade as you lean in and say this. And he's not dead in this moment, right? But you've skewered him. He's on the ground. Are you going to stab him again, or Bones? Are you gonna jump in and finish, or
Yeah,
what?
I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna stab him too.
So Bones gets the stab from the side. Like, okay, roll an attack roll at advantage. He's prone.
I'm fucking stab him is with the stabbing. That's why I drank 18 potions. Fucking stabbing. Oh yeah, you're dead.
Yeah. So Ashes, right? Just out of nowhere. I say out of nowhere for him. Out of nowhere, stabs this man in the chest. He grabs the blade. Right. He's just like this look on his face. And you lean in as he's expiring, and you say Haleth sends his regards, and then Bones kind of just leans in and just slices his throat.
So he just like pushes in slowly. Shh, shh, shh.
Shh.
Rex the Hammer dies.
Damn, what if he was a nice guy, guys?
Guess you guys will never know.
We'll never know. What if the
But-
entire story made up by Haleth wasn't true?
No way to know
Oh
at this point.
man!
How would he have become a revenant if it wasn't true?
He
Maybe he
Ashes
just
thought
really
he was
felt
slighted.
wrong.
Ashes and Bones, just like
Wow, Zach, what is going on with your webcam?
There's something going on with it.
Nothing.
Looks good to me. Is it doing that thing it was doing for me last week?
What was it doing last week?
It looked garbled as that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's definitely not doing that for me.
Yeah. Doesn't show
It's
that for me.
progressively getting worse. Oh god.
Maybe you have a. Actually, let's do this real quick. So I think this is a pretty good moment. Let's take a break. Right? We'll cut to a commercial. We can all refresh our discords. Take a bio break,
I gotta
etc.
tell you, I want to be completely honest. I didn't like doing that. I don't think I wanted to do that, but
That's
I kind of wanted to know more about him, but he did now. So
I'm very legitimately. You guys that was cold-blooded murder. That wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
You killed that guy
on the word of someone else.
On the word of someone else, while he's just being incredibly open and hospitable towards you. Ooh.
Yeah, Matt don't feel so great about that one.
So, let's take it all in, and we'll be back.
Let's unpack that later.
Yeah, let's.
Hey
unpack
guys, are
that
we
later.
the bad ones?
Are we the bad?
Are you the bad guys? In this moment, kinda, yeah. Even if he's a bad guy, you're still a bad guy.
Ashes, though,
we
you
basically
got some full
decided
plate.
that we were judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
You guys are spending too much time with that.
Yeah, you guys are going the lawful evil route. Like, uh-oh. All right. We'll be back in a bit.
Nice, Jay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are back. I don't know what just happened there. I wasn't watching the cameras, but something happened. Something happened.
Nothing happened.
Also, something else
about it.
just happened, and that something else is Ashes and Bones just murdered a man in cold blood. Granted, they did so... Actually, why did they do so? Let's
Revenge.
unfold.
Let's unpack that.
Let's unfold back into the scene, right? As this happens, Rex dies a bloody death. As is the life he led, right? What happens now?
I search his body.
Okay, so Bones,
Jesus Christ.
completely oblivious to like the moral aspects or the quandary that might be happening with some of the other players at the moment, or the other members of his party.
Hold up.
Apologies. Just starts rifling through Rex's corpse.
Matt walks over and is kind of pushes Bones back a little bit. Just kind of.
Ooh.
Ooh, what did I do? Hold on. Everyone went quiet.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
He pushing
What?
you.
What's the problem? He
pushing
was a
you.
bad person.
I mean,
You know he was a bad person.
do I?
He just soon as slit our throat as soon as we, or he just slit our throat as soon as we did his.
Did you drink that potion of mind reading and I didn't see it?
Yes, yes, I did.
I would like to insight roll him.
Are you, Bones, are you actively attempting to deceive Matashtai in this moment?
No, I'm more being sarcastic.
Then I do not think you need to roll an insight check. It's very clear that he is just being mouthy with you.
That wasn't right. What we did there. Even if we knew he was a bad guy, it wasn't a fair fight. We killed him
You want to
sitting
know what's
down.
not right? What's not right is if we would have turned to one of our own, beat them to death, stripped them of all their stuff, and cast their body into a well to rot. Only for have them come back and live in this undeath phase for, what was it, a week before we found him?
You're right. But Haleth accepted and moved on already. We're gonna go on killing every person that ever wronged any person ever?
Please no. I don't want to
I
be
like I'm
threat.
taking pleasure in this. I didn't take pleasure in this business. But I believe that this conclusion was just. Haleth will be able to rest, and those that tortured him and left him for dead have paid the price and will never be able to commit this kind of evil again. Sometimes doing what's right won't shower you with rose petals and sunshine. Sometimes you got to get your hands dirty.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve justice. I'm saying that we're not the people that should have been doing it.
And if we didn't, how many more people would have suffered at his hands?
We could have restrained him. Look how easily you killed that man. You think we couldn't have tied him up, taken him up top?
Well, technically he is restrained. Forever.
Forever.
Now's not the time for jokes.
Technically true. The best kind of.
The best kind of true.
I mean, he's restrained. We just drag his body up top and resurrect him. Then turn him over to the authorities. There we go.
God, that's
sure.
fucked up.
Let's do that. Yeah, we can do that. You want to do that, Matt?
Oh, Jesus.
Can we just like, do they have teeth identification in Faerun? Can we just like rip a molar out?
I go back to rifle.
Can you just not for a minute? Damn.
What's done is done.
Can I?
Fine. Sit down. And I take his wine. I'll drink some more.
Oh God!
Listen, I understand the steps that
Matt paces away.
Yeah.
Facing his
I'm
hand.
not rifling.
it wasn't. Yeah. It was drastic measures. I agree, and maybe it should not have gone down this way. But I have a hard time feeling guilty for what I've done. I would have felt more guilty if we did not finish him and he went on to hurt someone else.
That's where I think you're misunderstanding. I'm not saying we had to let him go. I'm saying we didn't need to kill him.
If we took him back to the surface, he'd get a slap on the wrist and be sent on about his way.
And that's the law of the land. I might not agree with it, but it's the law here.
Most of you are very familiar with the laws of Waterdeep. They're pretty harsh.
Waterdeep's up here. Undermountain's down here.
This is our land.
This is our land.
It's our time down here. I like that one better. Goonies reference.
Goonies reference. Very nice.
Matt holds his hand out to Rex, like kind of like pointing with his hand, and goes,
Undead Rex grabs your hand and shakes it.
That's not the kind of hero I want to be. If that's the route we're going to go, I don't know that I can be a part of this. I know you're not bad people. I've traveled with you. But if we're going to be doing that, I'm not interested.
Bones shrugs. I didn't sign on to be a hero. He would have killed us. And you know it.
Well, guess we just take away choices now. Matt walks out.
Good. I go back to rifle.
I love it.
In the moments that follow this conversation, right? Tension's high, wounds hurting, right? Open sores, that type of thing. And Bones intent on rifling. Do you guys want to take a short rest, perhaps?
Yeah, if you guys want to continue in the dungeon,
yes, I definitely want a short rest.
I defo need a short rest.
I think even if we weren't necessarily like mechanically wanting the benefit, I think at this moment makes sense to kind of like take that short rest. Like, you guys are character-wise, like tensions are high. It makes sense for everyone to like split, 20 feet away from each other. You guys got this big old room to kind of like sit in different corners and that whole thing. If you wanna brood or do whatever, but I think it makes sense.
Matt's brooding
for everyone to kind of like take this moment, take a breather. So, if that is going to be the case, go ahead and if you're going to roll hit dice for a short rest, go ahead and do that for me. And
I shout across the room, "Hey guys, are we going to continue or are we going back up?"
Actually, don't need a rest.
Sure.
I need to know.
Why is my hit die a D4?
Why is my
Yeah,
hit die a
it's-
D4?
You have to set it now.
Oh, uh-oh. New changes, friends. New changes.
Yeah, I do need to know though, because otherwise I'm gonna use the rest of my hit dice.
Well, I mean, you guys can hash that out. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you what you find while rifling.
Oh, my rifle.
10.
All right.
Updates need to fucking chill out. First they run the spells, now they run the hit dice. They used to auto-calculate, like
I don't feel
automatically
like they're
know what your hit
ruined.
dice should be.
Plus 13, and I'm
They're
out of
constantly
hit dice.
adding
Okay,
new
well,
features. Okay, so you find a number of things, both on Rex's person and also, right, if you look in the center of the room, there's a little fireplace. That's what's giving off the light in here. There's a little fire pit, a little campfire, and there's another satchel over there. So in between what you find on Rex's body and what is in the satchel, you find the following. You find his greatsword, which you realize after close inspection is silvered. He has the full plate that he is wearing.
Oh, he would have cut your ass off.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Exactly.
Yeah, he might have screwed you over. He has 30 feet of hempen rope. He has 2 days of rations, a flask of oil, a pouch containing 13 gold, and you find on his person, in the same satchel that he pulled the flagon of wine out of, you find a potion of healing, which he might have drunk had he not felt at ease in your presence.
Wow. Fucked up.
No regrets.
I'll take that potion of healing to fucking replenish my supplies.
Sure, by all means. All right. The crackle of fire, right? This fire is it's burned down, right? Like he had clearly been here for a little while before being attacked by this band. You can tell after or during the aftermath, during this kind of short rest, right, period, that the other two Nothics do seem to have been killed by him, right? They are just brutally hacked into by deep wounds that look like they would have been made by the silvered greatsword, right? So he did indeed, like, kill 2 of these Nothics of this small band before being pushed back into this corner. Tension pool ticks up to
Ashes,
3.
you want this
Take a
giant
short
fucking
rest.
silver greatsword, Ashes?
Actually, I was thinking about once we get back topside to get something a little more bludgeony to carry around, since we keep
You
running
could just
out
not
of
sharpen
damn
it.
Slimes.
Yeah, you guys remember my barbarian from Mines of Phandelver?
Absolutely.
Just
Ulrich?
have the most fucked
Ulrich,
up
yep.
great sword ever.
Keep in mind the greatsword is a 6 pounds if you're carrying that around. And in theory, if you guys want to carry around the plate armor,
We should definitely sell that.
that is 65 pounds.
I've
Good
got
gracious.
tons of shit in my fucking bag.
Okay. That is a hefty chunk. And the plate armor probably isn't going to fetch you. The greatsword looks very well taken care of, right? The plate armor is probably not going to fetch you full price. It looks old. It looks kind of like an heirloom, right? Like maybe Rex Senior wore this armor and passed it on down.
Would you estimate that a combination of mending and prestidigitation might help it accrue a higher fee?
You could probably you wouldn't get it back up to normal price, right?
Yeah.
But you can definitely freshen it up so that at least a merchant isn't gonna sneer at you and turn you away. 100%.
Is it full plate or just plate armor?
It's plate armor. is what when I say full plate, that's what I mean as plate armor.
Oh, okay. I mean,
There is no
plate.
full plate in 5e. It's half plate and then plate. I don't know. I'm used to saying full plate as a moniker from other games for Eternity. So
we could probably ask fucking Embry and what's her ass to restore it, maybe.
yeah, Embrick and Avi.
Avi.
Yeah, they might be able
Not
to
remember that. It's
Hence.
something smashy.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are carrying that stuff around. You have short rested. There is a odd tension between the party at this point, right? But I will say, at the very least, you all realize you're still in the depths of the dungeon. So whatever tension there may be between you right now, there is the battle of survival first. So, what would you like to do now?
I don't know. What do y'all want to do?
Let
Try
us
and find
pull
the
up
exit?
the map.
The map?
It's map time.
The map.
The map
It's
time.
A map, it's a map, it's a
We
map.
are at the
it's a
star,
map.
which we added.
Oh, yeah,
last
right.
time. We
The
have
map.
the star location.
So we
As
now
you
have
can
the
see.
wonderful little star. Let me actually flip. I'm gonna show this off. So this is our map now. So we have the little star, right? And that's where our starting location is. And then we have all of the different unexplored locations that you guys have found, right? If you haven't found it, or if it's a secret or whatever, obviously it's not going to be marked on there. So you still need to be looking for that type of stuff. But all of the unexplored directions that you guys have found are marked with your little crossroads arrows now. The map actually has a whole lot of information on it now, so I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Supposing we can head back around the bend and go straight, then yeah.
That was where you guys had seen the skeleton wall.
Yeah, so the skeleton wall.
I'm sorry,
might
a
end up going
skeleton
north
wall?
to
I
that.
have no memory of that.
I remember.
That is where you guys saw the skeleton wall. So is that the
First
plan?
time hearing about a skeleton wall.
Nope, definitely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so you guys want to head back that way? You
Yes,
kind of
please.
unpack this, or unpack. You put up your things, finish your short rest, and start heading back from whence you have come. This area no longer. I didn't. You know what? I actually didn't tell you guys. I don't know that I mentioned this, but because I think in the heat of battle, right, I just described what was going on with that. But there were, in that great big room that you guys were in, there were mine carts around the room heaped with that same bluish green ore that you keep seeing, right? All like
would
kind
you
of
mind
stuck
if I
into it.
grab some of this ore just to maybe take up top the question and see if somebody can identify?
Absolutely. I think someone else already has some. Didn't you grab some of it?
Just iron or copper or something?
Did I?
I thought somebody grabbed like a couple like rock-sized chunks or fist-sized chunks or something like that.
Oh yeah, fist-sized chunk of green metal.
There you go.
Okay.
I have 3 of them.
Yeah. So if that's your concern, you definitely are. Somebody already has it. But if you want your own, yeah, you absolutely can just grab like a fist-sized chunk. They're about 1 pound a piece if you want.
Onward.
Yeah,
All right. So you guys can go ahead and just move yourselves down to this intersection. Nothing is going to happen to you in this big long hallway that you guys are walking down. Let me go ahead and.
Bones is already here. Shit.
Yep, Bones teleported.
I'm
All
the
right,
knight.
so
I did not teleport. I fucking walked.
he dashed. Yeah. So from here,
Jeremy,
You were the knight.
Point of quick inquiry: were we supposed to get any experience or anything for the Rex stuff?
for murdering Rex, no.
I'm just double checking.
There were potential avenues, but for his brutal, cold-blooded murder, you get nothing.
That's horseshit. We resolved the storyline.
You didn't resolve a storyline. Haleth's storyline was already resolved. as
Look,
was pointed out in
nice.
conversations.
It is nice that Haleth could find rest.
Absolutely.
With just getting revenge on 2 of them.
100%.
Some of us saw a different line of justice.
That's okay. That's
And
that's
some of us are
perfectly fine.
terrible people.
And maybe that will be a thing.
Maybe. We'll see. All right, so
I'm a keyhole
back
there,
at this
right?
corridor,
Do
what
what
you
I want.
see is before you in this room, right? Bisecting the room is an 8-foot high, 2-foot thick wall of oddly shaped, mangled skeletons and rusty armor, with a 2-foot gap between the top of the wall and the ceiling. So it's basically, as you guys look here, basically this big ol' wall, forgive my unstraight line, of skeletons and armor. And so you can see there's kind of like this lattice work inside of like poles, right? That the skeletons and armor are kind of like all hanging on. It does not look overly stable.
Does it look like it's maybe like some kind of like trap or something that someone's supposed to disturb and it's gonna alert something? Or is it just like seems like a shitty wall?
Well, do you want to stand back and perceive that, or do you want to move closer and investigate it?
I will move closer and investigate.
Okay, roll an
I will
investigation
provide
check.
my
for me.
expertise in bone.
Okay,
Did you say investigation or perception?
investigation for that.
Investigation.
You're providing your expertise in bone. What do you mean by that? You're kind of like
I know about bone.
That's a humorous.
That's okay.
Oh,
So
God.
bones is like bones. Your expertise in bones. What it tells you is that most of these, the vast majority of these,
Hey,
are
oldest.
humanoid bones, actually. And you'll see
I don't
you see
deal in
kind of like
humanoids.
it is mostly composed of smaller stature bones, like goblin skeletons, things like that.
Hmm.
So,
As it would
Ashes,
be.
with your 16 investigation. So, it doesn't appear to be trapped insofar as there doesn't seem to be anything dangerous about the wall of skeletons and armor. Like, there's no hidden spikes or there doesn't seem to be anything that's going to try to harm you, right? But just the overall nature of the thing itself seems like suspicious, right? It's this giant unstable wall of skeletons. There is a
last
2-foot
time
gap.
we saw something like this. It was those. What are they called? Gromp? Flomp?
Flumps.
No.
The floaty bros on floor 1.
Yeah,
Grell?
he's talking about the Grell.
It was the Grell.
Yep.
Just so everyone's aware. So, maybe look up.
So, as you guys are
I'll look
looking up, right? You don't see any Grell hiding in the shadows of the ceiling, but you can see
Any
there is a
dark mantles up there?
2-foot gap at the top, right? It's about 10 feet up, 10-foot ceiling. You could potentially climb on this wall up and over, right? But going back to what you were seeing, Ashes, so that it doesn't seem like this is a trap insofar as it's going to hurt anyone. But this is definitely going to make a lot of noise, and that's if it stays up, right? You could try to climb this thing, and it could all just come toppling down.
All right,
And if you did that, it absolutely is going to make a crap ton of
this-
noise.
Can you see through the walls or like gaps and all this garbage?
A little bit here or there, but there's so much that it's you can't get a very clear field of vision. You can kind of see from where you're at right now. You can see that beyond there's a little bit of a hall, and it splits off into multiple directions. That's about it.
Well, maybe we should keep going north before we mess with this. If we're gonna draw something's attention, I'd rather have done something up here more quietly first.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean,
That's what you want, Ashes.
Okay.
Wait, which way do you want to go?
So he's saying go north before you guys
there's
try
a
to go
path
past this
north.
wall.
And
Oh,
also,
okay.
like meta, I'm pretty sure this is going to connect to a path up here, and we'll just kind of complete that loop.
So,
Alright.
to save you guys the trouble, if that is indeed what you suspect, you are correct. If you're actually like looking at the little map, you guys go up, maybe 60 to 80 feet down this hall, and you find the pinkish sludge remains of the first gibbering mouther and the small desecrated altar to Dumathoin that you guys had found when you first came into this this section of the dungeon.
Hey, good call, Ashes.
Hey, there you go. All right, now about this wall. I don't think I'm going to
You want
climb
me to
it.
try and climb over? I can climb over it.
I don't know. I'm a little bit
I'm a
bulkier
pretty
and
good
heavier.
climber.
Probably be a bad idea for me.
Fine, I got it. I start climbing.
Okay. Bones, you start climbing up and over the wall. Due to
I'll brace it or something because I'm sure everything's like
sure.
chopping.
Well, actually, due to his as he starts climbing, it seems more stable than you originally thought. Right? He does make a little bit of noise as he's climbing, but thankfully, due to the fact that he has a climb speed, he doesn't need to make a check or anything like that. He just kind of like goes up and over. But you can tell, right, just kind of from watching Bones, that any of you trying to do this, right, you're going to have to make an athletics check to get up and over the wall without causing undue disturbance to it.
How tall is it again?
It's 8 feet tall, and there's a 2-foot gap between the top of the wall and the ceiling.
Be a squeeze.
I could jump that.
You can jump
I could break
that.
these cuffs.
I mean, you can jump that high, but are you gonna whoosh through it?
You like Jackie
Yeah.
Chan through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna high jump the wall.
No, don't break those cuffs.
All right.
Jackie
Well,
Chan, like,
Bones,
roulette.
you guys see Bones goes up and over and is down now on the other side, right? What do you guys want to do at this point? Do you want Bones to continue onwards, or do you guys want to get everyone
Hey,
over
what do
the
you guys
wall
want
first?
to do?
I mean,
Well, so let's go over the facts real quick. So the wall looks like it can fall apart if we mess with it too much and make lots of noise, right?
Yep.
How much of a gap is there at the top?
2 feet.
2
Tight
feet.
squeeze.
Okay. And the wall goes all the way across this whole area.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll make this clear, right? You guys could just knock the wall down, probably.
I feel like it's there to be an alert.
I think Ashes, right, with his investigation, can pretty much confirm that, right? Is this whole thing is just a giant noise trap. Like it's a minor barricade, but it wouldn't stop anything that was serious about getting through. It's just gonna be noisy as shit.
Hold up one second. Let me check something real quick. What all does a rope of climbing do? Can I like make it go specific angles and shit?
I don't
it
know.
Goes
What's
up
it say?
somewhere.
Hold on, let me take a look-see look.
That's pretty cool.
All right, take you a little look.
Take a looky look.
If you can
Take a
hold
little
one end of
look
the-
I
at
do
it.
have a potion
Action.
of climbing that I could probably down.
You can command the other end to move towards a destination you choose. That end moves 10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and 10 feet on each of your turns until reaching its destination, up to its maximum length away, or until you tell it to stop. You can also tell the rope to fasten itself securely to an object, or unfasten itself, or unknot itself. I think the destination. Yeah. I absolutely think you can kind of like direct it to like you could direct it to like crawl through a window and then up the side of a building and then through another window and yeah, absolutely.
So like with that in mind, would it be possible for me to direct the rope over this wall and secure it so we could like
Well, so here's the only issue.
Okay, so here's a question.
So the rope
if
is
I shuriken a piton into the wall and then I fasten one side there and then
I was gonna say this
else.
rope is not like the rope from Aladdin where it's just hovering in the air and you can climb up it and it has its own like pull.
Yeah,
it does still have to fasten itself to something or any weight is just gonna jerk it down, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like shuriken a piton.
So shurikening a piton into the ceiling. I think if you want to try it, you can try. Or
I don't like the way you said that. I don't want to try it.
Yeah, guys, I can just go up there and hammer one in. You just want me to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, you can shuriken it if you want. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but.
All right, yeah. So why don't we put a piton directly above us?
Okay.
A piton on the other side of the wall.
Okay. So you got to go up,
oh
and down.
God.
And then piton down on the floor on the other side. So you climb up, and then you go across, and then you go down. And then we also got a piton this side. So we're just gonna like really secure this bitch.
How long is the rope of climb? 60 foot? So you go
60 feet.
10 feet up, like 20 feet over and 10 feet down? Easy. And you add in like another 5 or so feet for the coils. You wouldn't even need that much, but for the rope to tie itself around the pitons and everything to secure itself.
Okay.
Sure. Bones, are you gonna go back up the wall and kind of make these? Now, I will say it's not gonna be 10 feet out because Bones can't climb on the wall and hang upside down. So he'll have to be on the wall itself and kind of like ting 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 up above. So you're basically gonna go right in front of the wall and over and down.
Yeah. I pee the tom.
I like this idea. This is a decent little plan. Okay, fantastic. So,
give me your pitons and hammer.
I shuriken some pitons up to him.
I'm glad you got the shuriken some.
You got the shuriken something. There you go.
And then I toss the hammer up.
Gotcha. Okay. This takes a little bit of doing, right? And obviously the whole point of this is you're trying to be quiet, right? So Bones, because otherwise you just go through the wall, right? So Bones is up there and he's not just like bang bang into the ceiling. He's doing these little
fight.
Tap tap tap. Tap 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 tap.
And fortunately, right, this interestingly enough, this wall of bones provides somewhat of an acoustic dampener, right? It's better than just the stone walls around the room. So
can we put a cloth around the hammer to make it quieter?
I mean, yeah, in theory you could. Sure. So it's not metal on metal. It's there's kind of like an insulation there. Absolutely.
A dampening.
Sure. Okay. So I like this idea. This is pretty good. So mechanically speaking, here's what the situation is, right? Normally,
give me the sitch. What's the sitch, Ron? I mean, what's Wade?
Normally, what you would have to do here is you would have to make a DC 12 athletics check to go up and over the wall without disturbing it to the point to where it makes noise or it breaks or anything like that, okay? So what I'm going to say is I really like this plan, but I think there's a little bit of a limitation on it. And that limitation is the 2-foot gap, right? That's the issue, is because if it was just like a pit that you could dangle across, right? You're good. But you only have like this much of a gap to get through, right? Without causing too much of an issue.
That's why we have the rope
Absolutely. And I think what that's going to do is I think that's going to make it much, much easier for it to be done successfully. But not impossible to fail. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to lower the DC from a 12 athletics check, and I'm going to lower it down to, legitimately, I'm going to lower it down to a 6. Okay?
Okay.
I think this is a great plan. I think you guys you're really working it, but there's still the chance for someone to fuck up.
Sure,
Ezra,
sure.
can
Here's
you
looking
fail?
at Ezra, right?
Yeah.
You know?
I can still
Yeah.
fail.
Like, so,
So you're saying there's a
Bones,
chance?
Bones,
So
you
you're
go,
saying
I'm
there's a
assuming
chance.
Bones goes back up and over, right? At the ready, on the other side. So who is the next person who's the first
I'm looking
person
out.
that's going
I'm
to go
looking out
up
for trouble.
the rope?
I'll go last.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
Matashai's going
idea.
last.
Because the thing, Ezra and Ashes are most likely to fuck this up.
Sure. So,
but I do have a +6 in athletics.
You at
so-
least have an athletics
Yeah.
advantage. You need a 1 to fail.
yeah, as long as
I
you
can
don't,
still-
you know. So who's
Yeah,
going
that's
first?
true.
Is it
I
Ashes?
can fail on a 6 or lower.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But that's not great. That's not ideal.
Come on, it's pretty good odds. It's pretty good in your favor. Who's going first?
If I put
Good.
knots in the rope, does it make it easier for Ezra?
No, I think you guys have reached your easiness throreshold with
I like
what
how
you
we're,
are
debating
currently
over this
using.
Fucking 8 DC check. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going. Here we go.
Smashed it.
Ooh, yeah, easily, right? It's like gym class. Ashes goes, he gives the rope a tug first, like, okay, it's solid. And then you get to the top, and then you're looking over, and you're like, oh, that is a tight squeeze. But it's not very long, right? You don't have to go very far, so you kind of
No.
like angle yourself and you pull yourself up, right? And then you're kind of going along the rope, and you're
Yep.
doing that upper body strength
Like,
thing where you're
just
kind of
really
like
working out my core.
you have
Just
your
like,
feet and you're kind of touching the top of the ceiling, but there's not really anywhere to like put your feet as far as like foot holders or anything like that to like really give yourself. So you're more just kind of like, oh god, yeah, and you get across. And now it's easy. You're just like, okay, and you kind of turn and lower your legs, and then you just kind of lower yourself back down the rope. Easy peasy. Easy
Hey.
peasy.
No problem.
Next up.
As
Easy.
Ezra walks up to the rope.
Wow, in a feat
Oh,
of
shit.
unmatched strength.
Well, I was gonna like pep talk him before he went up, but he just went for it.
No, Ezra doesn't. No, he's just like his internally. He checks out. He walks over to the rope. Oh,
He is pretty checked out right now.
He
He,
puts-
hasn't said anything since the Rex thing. So.
he puts on his half elven heritage, right? And he's like, "Look, yeah, I'm not the most
Yeah,
athletic
put it on.
person in the world, but it's
Can
just
bony hands
it's
grip rope?
it's just it's even better. Disadvantage."
Oh,
Really
God.
fail.
Kidding.
No,
I'm
that's
kidding.
fucked up,
Absolutely,
guys.
his bony hands can grip the rope. They're fully functional. Fully functional. So he goes up and over,
That's what she
and
said.
it's probably also due to the fact that when you compare Ashes and everything Ashes is wearing to Ezra, Ashes
Oh,
is
yeah,
probably
bulky.
clocking in around 300, 400 pounds, right? Ezra's clocking in totality at what, like
215.
150 or something, you know? So,
It's like 215 plus.
yeah, plus everything you're carrying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
There is
He's he's
100%.
about 215.
I'm heavy.
Okay.
Everything.
well, so, you know, Ashes is like double your weight. So there's that to consider when you're going in. So Ezra goes up and over without too much issue. Comes down on the other side. And then we get Matashtai. Is Matashtai the one who fucks it up?
There's 100% chance I fucked this up. All right, I'll go up to the rope, start climbing up. Oh, made it over. Okay.
Oh, easy. Absolutely. Okay, so.
I
up
then command
and
the
over.
rope to unfasten itself. Yoop.
Now the pitons are still up in this
We're
ceiling.
leaving the pitons.
Whatever.
I've-
Down.
So, But now, right, on the other side of this skeleton wall, now at your backs, right? Now you kind of like, you're on the other side of the unknown, which you guys have been this entire time. It's fine, but now you have a skeleton wall blocking you off. Ugh. So, before
I mean,
you...
we can just run through it if we need to.
I'm pretty sure I can Kool-Aid man that wall pretty easily.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We've also got a battering ram if we need.
Before you...
Oh, yeah!
lies a hallway that splits off in 3 different directions. What are you guys doing?
I'd say we just hug the right wall for a bit and see where it takes us.
I mean, okay, sure.
Okay. So, just to be clear, you guys are just
murdering no more people.
you're just moving forward, and you're hugging the right wall. That's your plan.
Well, not anymore. Not when you say
No,
it
no,
like
no,
that.
no, no. That is what you guys said. Yes.
Not when you say it like that. That's
That's
not.
not-
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late to apologize.
Nope, that's not
can't
what we're
just
doing.
hug the
declare
left-hand
things are
side.
Too late.
The
Our
reason
best
why
friend
it is
lied,
too late
trying to
is
holler at me.
because there is, even when you guys are regularly moving around, right? I do the passive stealth, assuming you guys are always trying to be quiet. One of your passive stealths is very shitty. So, as you guys begin to kind of like slink
Hey, it's
forward,
not me.
right? You hear, you kind of hear around you, right? This, as every step Ashes takes is this kind of just like jostle of his gear, everything that he's wearing, right? He sounds like a soldier marching off to battle. Is what he sounds like.
Look, man, some cool shit.
And
God
you
damn it.
all.
I
don't know.
telepathically talk to him and say, "Did you really need to bring your entire village worth of stuff in your
And
backpack?"
as you say that, you
I
all
actually
hear
left
this.
a lot of stuff up top.
Oh,
Like a lot of stuff.
you hear.
God damn you!
Give me some fucking those elven kind boots that are super quiet.
No.
You hear
perfect.
this kind of
I
like
need that.
low clacking, right? And then this and
He laughing.
things are in
I whip a dagger at it.
you all need to select your tokens and roll initiative.
Fuck this! I want to whip a dagger at it.
Well, so you guys
yay.
can hear creatures coming from this point, right? Creatures stalking in from the darkness.
Yeah.
So, go and select their tokens and roll for initiative.
Dude, stop yelling at me.
Wow, Jay.
You guys over here.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Why am I faster than you?
I miss Panther Wolf.
Oh, that won't work that way.
Well,
Roll a
maybe
new one out.
dig him back out. Maybe you'll get
I think you're out, actually, aren't you?
Mononoke elk.
Let's see. I brought out Badger,
Well, you brought
I
out
brought
elk. Yeah,
and I brought out
panther.
Panther.
Panther. So yeah, it's 3.
That's 3 for the day.
I forgot that elk was the first one.
It
Is that
just
an
came out
elk
and
today?
immediately went back.
Boo!
Oh, did it start screaming?
Yes, it starts screaming. Okay.
Oh, no, wolf.
At the top of the initiative order, actually, Bones,
Hello.
what is your dex modifier?
4.
Okay.
Way more than mine if you're comparing us.
I was, of course. Bones, you're up.
Okay. Well, I saw something, but you removed it, so.
Okay, so I'm removing things because it makes it easier to put things on the turn order. But you saw this, is what you saw. Let me double check where your vision is.
Like, that's the only thing I can see.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Yeah, so you can, well, fuck me. You shouldn't be able to see that thing, is the thing. Fucking...
yeah, but I have 360 owl vision.
360 owl vision, of course. You can't quite see that thing from where it is, but you know its location because you can hear it. Okay? How about that?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go over here and attempt to hide.
Sure. So hide as a...
I'd like to hide right here, actually, because if anything comes around the corner, I want to smack it.
Sure. Hide as a action or what?
As a bonus action.
Bonus action and then hold your action to attack?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your trigger?
If something comes around that corner.
In the range of a melee attack?
Yes.
Okay. All
you
right.
want to roll my stealth, Jeremy?
Yes,
at advantage?
please. Roll your stealth at advantage.
It's a 28.
That is very good.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
That is a nice
I trained
bonus.
my whole life for this moment.
Just this moment right now.
All right. So, you guys see coming up right to this point, you see another one of those single-eyed aberrations, the Nothics, right? And this thing looks out, looks at Ashes, and that eye flashes, and I need Ashes to roll me a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Crushed it.
Ooh, crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. So, the Nothic's rotting gaze does nothing to you, and then it slinks back into the darkness.
Oh, wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Don't you want to talk? Where are you going?
Ezra, you're up.
Ezra is going to stay where he is and hold an action to chill touch if he sees one of those entities.
Okay, sounds good. Absolutely. Matashtai, you're up. Are we turning this into like a standoff ranged battle?
Nope.
Like shoot
Yes.
down the hallway?
Nope.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Yes, please.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, you know what? Matt's got a little frustration to work out, so he's going to pull out Tambakiri. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay,
Nice.
so you come rushing around the corner. Make sure you're not going through corner sections, by the way. Make sure you're going around them.
Didn't I?
Did you? I wasn't paying attention.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
What
35,
wasn't
40.
accusatory was you know. I
Yep,
don't know.
I
the
went around.
words. Fantastic. So, what you doing? You would have had movement for it anyways, even if you hadn't.
Oh,
I
no.
am going to.
Oh, sorry. So, because this might affect your decision, I apologize. As you round the corner, you see this to your south, and you see this to your
no.
north. So,
Well, we committed.
you
Matt
committed.
wouldn't have seen that other one before he was already there, so.
Nope.
I'm just gonna start swinging. So as I come around the corner, he's just gonna bring this spear, kind of scraping across the ground, slash upward at this Nothic.
Sounds good.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay.
But only just.
No, it hits.
No, just.
Is good. All right, solid blow.
After the slash upwards with the spear, he's gonna carry the momentum into a kick,
Okay.
roundhousing. Missing.
That's a miss. That's a whiff. Yep. And you actually hit
then
this
I'm gonna-
thing, and it kind of cowers as you hit it, right? And that causes your next blow to miss. It's because you weren't expecting it to just be like, oh! You know?
I am then going to expend a key point to take on the patient defense.
Oh, right. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay.
So you
If
see
that is the
Matt
end of your
drop
turn.
into a defensive stance with Tamakiri before him.
So that Nothic that you just attacked, right? It flinches back from you and then immediately like rushes into you, tries to like to get on you and claw you. So it's gonna make 2 claw attacks. Claw.
Miss.
Oh yeah, because you're patient defense, so you have
No. So it's because I used a weapon attack
Oh,
and then
okay.
an unarmed strike,
But you still have
So
patient defense,
And disadvantage.
which is also
which means it's at
yes.
disadvantage. So that
Yeah.
means the first one is a 17, and so the second one, let me roll with disadvantage, is a -5. So let me see if he confirms his critical
-5.
fail.
-5.
He does
Oh,
confirm his
shit!
critical. Like he is so tentative in his attack on you, right? He's so cowardly about it that it's lackadaisical to the point that you get a free melee attack against him with a foot.
yeah.
Kick him in
With
the
a foot?
face. Yeah. Give me an unarmed strike. Odie boy.
I feel like in a defensive technique, I would have used an elbow instead.
Elbow him. That works. That's a hit.
Boom.
But ooh, nice. Solid whack in the head, right? And so he's even more like skittish of you at this point. So next up is the one to the north. The one to the north of you sees you just kind of like laying down the pain train on this other one, and it moves away slightly, and then turns back and it looks at you and it gives you that flash eye, right? DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you feel this wave of just filth wash over you, and you take 17 necrotic damage. And
What?
you actually feel patches of your flesh begin to kind of like wither and blacken.
The fuck?
Yeah. As the rotting gaze of the Nothic finally connects. I've thrown like 7 or 8 of those out tonight at you guys. Finally get you with one. So that's an owie.
You seriously rolled 1 damage under max.
I noticed.
Fucking piece of shit.
Jeremy's just on a fucking roll tonight.
And
Jeez.
the one to the south, you realize, right? These are kind of skittish creatures. They don't want to get in close with things that seem threatening up close and personal, and you seem threatening up close and personal. So this one to the south is going to turn and look at you and also do its rotting gaze. DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Man, I can't even see that eye.
You don't have to see its eye. It has to see
Bullshit.
you. All right, that is a success. Woo! Very nice. See, the good thing
Thank
about
God.
these is if you succeed, you take nothing.
3d6,
So,
man.
all right, and then Ashes is up.
Hearing a bunch of garbage going on in there, I'm gonna be like, oh no! And I'm gonna go
Oh no.
Oh
up
no!
here, and I'll use my bonus action or I'll use my action to dash. I don't know why I say bonus every time. And I wanna pop over here.
Oh, okay. So you dash in, you survey the area, right, and you're
Yep.
immediately like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get down here."
I'm gonna go get these guys.
So okay, gotcha.
And that will be in turn.
Fantastic. So you're not using your bonus action for anything.
Nope, not
Okay.
using my bonus action for anything.
Gotcha. All right. Bones. Your held action is not triggered, right? You're at the corner,
Okay.
you're waiting for them to come around, and then 2 of your allies go darting past you. Son of a bitch. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess I will advance. One,
Okay.
2, 3. Oh.
All right, so
Huh.
you reach the corner and you see just this cluster, right, of Nothics, and most of them, it's very clear, right, they're in that stance. They all kind of like take the same stance where they're using their rotting gaze on you. Matashtai looks a little hurt after having taken the brunt of one of these attacks, but Ashes has closed to the south. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna bonus action dash.
Ooh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Ah,
And
so there's
throw
this,
my
that surge
double
of
bladed scimitar.
speed that only Bones can really do. Actually, it's not even the full sprint yet, so I don't know.
Actually,
why
I'm not
saying
gonna bonus action dash. I'm gonna fucking cat dash.
that. Are you gonna cat dash?
That
Okay,
didn't cost, yeah, that didn't cost me shit.
fair enough. Fair enough.
And then I will fucking assault him with an attack and a bonus attack.
Absolutely, at advantage.
At advantage. Pew, pew.
All right,
one of those probably hits. So snake attack.
one of them probably hits. All of them hit. So, ooh, that's just enough to. Well, one more than enough damage to cut this Nothic to ribbons.
Wow.
He had 24 health left. So, Bones like rushes up to the corner, sees the scenario, drops to all fours, bounds, like does that sudden burst of speed, bounds over, does the like slide as he comes around, out with the scimitar, whoosh, whoosh, 2 quick slashes, down goes
I give
the
Matt a
Nothic.
little wink, even though I know he's mad at me.
Well, you know. Damn it, I white screened. Okay. Next up is gonna be the first Nothic, which is now in. Sorry, I'm reloading back into the game. Next up is gonna be the first Nothic, which is engaged with Ashes now. Come on, roll 20, load for me, baby. Please and thank you. I would appreciate it. Cha-ching. Wow, taking a while. Hold up. What's up, fam? Okay, so coming back in. All right. Playing anymore. The one engaged with Ashes does not like that he is engaged with Ashes.
So I assume he disengages.
Actually, he kind of rears up on his hind legs, right? And he
wanna go?
Yeah, he kind of like straightens up to like try to be your height, and he looks directly in your face, and you feel this, see this flash, right? And you feel this wave just woof, hit you in the face. Roll a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Damn it.
Uh-oh. You take 7 necrotic damage. Significantly,
Better, Jeremy,
significantly lower roll. Okay. So he does that. And after he does that, you don't.
Fuck you, Jeremy.
That's because it's totally my fault. Totally my fault, right?
Why are we hating on Jeremy again?
Because I rolled nearly max damage on Mitch.
Oh yeah, fuck you.
Fuck me.
He rolled below average on me.
Yeah. So he sees,
Bullshit.
right? This Nothic sees that you do not wither, like you don't wither and die from the rotting gaze. So it actually like turns and flees. You do get an attack of opportunity if you so choose. Yeah, you hit. You don't have like Sentinel or anything, right?
No, I don't.
So
have
you just
Sentinel.
slash at it as it flees.
Thought about it actually.
So you hit the backside of it, and these things, right? These have these kind of like horned carapaces, right? It's flesh, but it's all bony and gnarled and misshapen and everything like that. So as you hit, you kind of like gouge into its back, but not enough to wound it over much. But that is its turn. And then we are back to Ezrah. Ezrah, all of your allies have disappeared into the darkness, into the dark expanse.
It ain't dark. I'm in there.
It's not dark. Yeah, that's true. Matashtai is in there. So, but everyone has disappeared down this hall and into this great room, and there are the sounds of battle. What would you like to do? You come forward.
Where? I don't see the little guy.
It didn't come that far forward.
Ezra, we need your missiles.
Hold my action to skeletal hand if I see.
All right, fantastic, fantastic.
I used a shit ton of spells in that last fight. Thank you very much.
That's true.
I
All right,
know.
Matashtai,
I was not mocking.
you up?
Burn up this piece of shit.
Oh, unfortunate. Okay,
I'm gonna hit this man.
hit him. All right.
Definitely hit that
Definitely
man.
hits. Yeah, absolutely. 10 damage. Very nice, very nice. You don't have...
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. That's a hit. Sure.
Now I'm gonna kick him.
That's another hit. Their AC is 15. You guys have fought them long enough at this point to really kind of get a bead. That was the... I subtracted 16 health instead of 6 health. Not do that.
Their AC is 16, guys. I've divined it.
Your AC
That's
is
the end of my
15.
turn.
It's 15. I've divined it.
Okay. Very nice. So after you kind of lay into this Nothic, it does look pretty banged up, but it's still rare to go. This one is dead. It turns on you, right? And it was pretty effective with the last time, so it's going to try to Rotting Gaze you again. DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fucking me again?
Yeah,
Fuck.
you again.
And before Max.
But I'm like all up in him. I'm too tall. He can't look at me.
Okay, Brunk.
He can't look at you. Oh, it didn't matter anyway.
Hell yeah!
Again,
Wow.
by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Oh, okay.
Next character is gonna have 5 Constitution.
5 Constitution.
I've been considering that for a while.
Same thing with you, Ashes. This one raises up, tries to force its Rotting Gaze on you.
Oh
DC
yeah, it's forcing it.
DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Fucking crushed it. Wow.
Yeah, you definitely not crushed it, all right.
Ooh, but successful. That's all that matters, right? This one will also run away from you.
I do
Forcing
not have a reaction.
forcing you to kind of choose. Where would you like to go, Ashes?
Let's see. I know I put damage on one. Well, let's see. Which one's within 30 feet? They
Both of them are
All
within
right.
30 feet. They couldn't get away from you. Oh, that's a lie, actually. No, never mind.
Yeah?
They're 30 feet. I was thinking of the Mezzaloth. The Mezzaloth had 40 feet of movement.
Okay, well, I know the one that I hit has already got damage on it, so I'm going to close with
Sure.
them.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to swing.
Gonna swing.
Huh.
Big
14.
swing.
14 unfortunately misses. Yeah,
Alright.
you actually connect, right? You do one of those glancing blows, but their scaly, rocky carapaces are hard enough to deflect that weak of a blow. The second one, though, that definitely hits.
Yep.
Another
That'll
7
be
damage.
it.
Weak.
That blow was weak.
It was. A lot of
Please.
them have been tonight.
Goodness. Well, like, as Jake's over there saying, I'm calling you weak. I'm not calling you weak. I'm calling that blow weak.
Yo, I heard you were weak.
All right.
Yo, I
Anything
heard you
else?
talking shit.
At least I didn't die to
Yes.
a poison cloud.
No, I did not. That was the DM bullying.
The DM bullying? Excuse me.
I said what I said, and I stand by it.
Oh my goodness. All right. Ashes, you're done? Yep.
I am done.
Bones, you're up.
I do the same thing. I go do 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 do.
Different verse, same as the first.
Do do do. Yeah,
That's a hit.
That's a crit snake attack. Good luck. Actually, it's not that much damage.
24. 24 plus 6.
He's dead. Fucking Matashtai Bones combination, right? That's all you guys need. Fucking
That's the special right there.
just rinse and repeat. Ashes holds off half the room, right? Ashes holds off half the room. Matashtai and Bones rinse and repeat, assassinate targets, and Ezra provides whatever either guaranteed damage or CC is necessary. Done.
I like that the long sweeping strikes of Matashtai create openings for the quick, brutal jabs of Bones.
Brutal jabs.
Brutal jabs. All right, that's
what
it.
they called me in school.
For
Bones,
Bones'
brutal jabs
turn.
in the graveyard.
The vital strikes.
Next up
Bones'
is
brutal jabs in the
another one of
graveyard.
these Nothics. It's gonna stand up again on its hind legs. It's gonna look you in the face, and it's going to rod engage you. Please roll me a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. Ashes.
You got it, boss.
You
Crushed
got
it
it,
again.
boss.
Jeez.
Oof. Woo. All right, Ezra, you're up. Did you say something?
Oh, hey, look, there's bad guys in here.
Oh, hey, there's bad guys in here.
Hey, Ezra, we've been fighting, bro, the whole time.
I'm gonna aim at the one that's in the corner.
Okay. The one down here?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Ezra walks in. Why didn't you guys tell me we were fighting?
And then I'm gonna take a step back.
What the fuck,
Okay.
guys?
That definitely hits. 5 damage, 5 damage. Matashtai, you're up.
Okay. Well, I can't see this other way so far away.
You can hear them down south, though. And as you
And
step
then you see
forward,
the-
right, you can see.
Purple oozy hand all up in this guy.
Yeah. Fucking Ezra, you're kind of like in this short little connecting hall section, right? You see the light get brighter, 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 and just woof past you as Matashtai just rushes past the opening, and then the light gets dimmer, dimmer, dimmer.
As I run, I'm gonna try and when I get to the end of my run distance, I'm gonna try and hurl Tombakiri at this one in the corner and impale him into the wall.
Sure, absolutely.
Throwing, is it one-handed?
Yeah,
Yes.
I believe so.
Fucking
Yes.
dude, one day I'll hit with this throw. One day it'll happen.
Oh,
When I do,
when
it's
you
gonna-
do,
It will be max damage.
it
absolutely.
100% will. I'm
But-
gonna put Death Strike into it. It's gonna be everything.
But
Or
today
mending.
is not that day, or this throw is not that day, I guess. So the Tombakiri, it flies right over this thing's head, right? It ducks, it hits the wall, ching, rebounds, clatters off, in one of the
Fuck it.
four connecting.
I'm gonna expend a
or three
key
connecting
point.
spots.
I'm gonna sprint after the spear and fucking flying dragon kick this thing into the wall.
Well, that's even better. I love that. Oh yeah. Okay. That'll hit. All right. Fantastic. All right. So you are able to still close the distance and connect a blow. Anything else? Is that your turn? The end of your turn? Okay. Fantastic. It in retaliation, it gives you
Claws?
the eye. Nope.
Oh, you
They like to use claws on soft, fleshy targets. You guys do not look like soft, fleshy targets. You
Go
look
ahead,
like
do your billion
like
damage to me.
crazy, freaking.
I beg to differ.
They would use claws on you, Ezra. They would use the shit out of claws on you. Absolutely. I just can't get close to you on this particular fight.
Smart ass.
So another
one-eyed pieces of
12
shit.
necrotic damage to Matashtai.
Well, I'd like to go back up top.
Sticks for me.
And that is the
Do
end.
we really have a
of
choice at this
its
point?
turn. Ashes, you're up.
gonna keep swinging at the dude that's in front of me.
Sure.
He's going down.
Absolutely.
I swear. Yeah.
And I swear. That's a hit.
That's a hit. Is he
Absolutely. 16 damage. Beat the shit out of him. So
Yeah.
you like hack into him and it like cleaves into his shoulder, like he screeches in pain. What else do you want to do? It's still up.
I would like to do that again, please.
Do it again. Do it again. It would have been great if you did it again. Oh my god, it would have been great.
It would have been. But
swing and a miss.
Cards. Yep.
All right.
In a turn.
Bones, you're up.
Okay. Wow, this guy's very far down there.
It's a very long room. Yeah.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I can't get down there. Okay, that's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will fucking hold my double-bladed scimitar in one hand, and with my main hand, whip the boomerang at Ash's target.
Okay. What's the range on boomerang?
City.
60? Alright, there you go. Definitely. Definitely in range.
Damn, it's a 9. That's unfortunate. It comes back to me again.
It flies past, like, wide past the Nothic, and it goes around Ashes. Ashes, you see fucking Bones boomerang just go...
It's fine, that's what I meant to do.
Over the Nothic's head, and then around your entire body, and then comes flying back.
Distraction
That was
tactic.
the plan.
Distraction.
That was my plan
force.
all along. That's what I was doing.
Ashes.
I'm done.
DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
I'm surprised that one didn't look around him and fucking riding gaze me.
Not yet.
You keep talking shit, and it might.
All right, DM, do your worst.
That was pretty close to my
Wow.
worst. 15 necrotic damage.
All right, that's better, Jeremy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know what, Mitch? Fuck you.
Ezra.
Why are you against me?
I just want someone else to feel my pain.
Which is
Felt.
all of it. All the
Same
pain.
target.
Fantastic.
Ugh,
Ooh.
14 misses.
14 is a miss.
I'm gonna back up into my hole.
Like, please no. Matashtai, you're up.
I'm gonna pull out the spear from the wall.
Okay.
Always pull
Stab
out.
this man.
Stab him.
I mean, you don't always pull out.
Do
You just
it.
Pull out almost always.
Stab.
Let's nip that one in the
Yeah.
bud.
I miss,
Oh,
miss. A punch.
Miss. What if he wanted to fucking
punch.
bolt off of it? Obviously, then he wouldn't pull it out.
Goodness, finally 17
I
hits.
hit once.
You hit once out of 4 attacks. That is uncharacteristically bad luck for Matashtai. Like, Matashtai might take a beating, but he normally dishes it out, too. This thing, in response, gives you the eye. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
Come on, you succeeded on the last, like, 2.
Barely.
Woo! Matashtai goes down!
Whew.
Necrotic damage hits him
Goodbye,
like a
young
wave. Matashtai's down. Ashes!
Like, is there no fucking limit to that bullshit?
No. Well, it's like a cantrip, though. If you
I will
save,
then
it
bring
does
my
no
sword
damage.
out. Ending this man.
Stupid.
He is dead.
It's a miss.
Is he, though?
Ashes. He is totally dead. That's a
He
hit.
is ruined.
He's hurting. He's not dead yet.
Ruin him.
Ruin
him with your soul.
Ruin him. Ruin him. Bones, you're
Ruin
up.
him, daddy. 5. Hold on, let me do some calculations here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. 5, 10. whatever, 45.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
bonus action dash.
Bonus action dash. You close the distance behind the one.
Still
that,
the boomerang. Still have
Ashes
my double-weighted
has
scimitar in
pinned.
one hand.
Absolutely.
Smack it once. And not a snake
it
attack.
Dies. You pierce it in the back.
I fucking
and it
slide
dies.
behind him and I go like this. Ugh.
Shish kebab. Skewer. Skewer.
So
All right.
Do it.
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Wait,
fantastic.
hold on.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes.
I take it back.
5, 10, 15.
Take it back
Now I'm
y'all.
done.
You use the rest of your movement. Gotcha. This one is dead. Ezra, you're up.
Yes.
Peek around the corner. You see Matashtai has fallen.
Feel hate. Let it build.
Avenge me!
Trying.
No!
Admittedly, not very
No.
hard.
The missiles come out. They detonate upon the monster.
Thing's probably gonna fucking eye gaze me while I'm
He
on the
is
ground.
still standing. And then Ezra moves away.
Honestly.
No, these monsters do not have, they're not vindictive killer. I mean, they're killers, but they're not, like, there are certain monsters that are,
Like us?
yep, I want to eat you immediately upon death. No, this one is more along the lines of,
Dead.
this one runs northward, actually. Past Matashtai, kind of chasing after Ezra, but
Yeah,
really,
it's gonna kill him.
he's looking for that entrance, that entryway that is now no longer guarded by Ezra. But on his way,
That's what I was doing.
on his way, he absolutely will rotting gaze Ezra. So Ezra, please, Constitution saving throw DC 12. Yeah, boy!
Ezra, my buddy!
Everybody gets some. 7 necrotic
Everybody
damage to
in-
Ezra.
Fuck you, Jeremy.
I think Ezra should take half damage because he has skeletal hand.
Yep.
Mm,
Yep.
No.
That tracks.
absolutely not.
Already took
You
his
should take
hand.
at least one less damage because.
Matashtai, death saving throw, please.
I don't wanna.
That's too bad.
Little bitch. That's what Jeremy wanted to throw in, but he couldn't.
I mean,
I die.
absolutely
No.
could.
That's too
That
bad,
is-
little bitch.
That is one failure.
That's a nat 1 away from death.
Ashes, you're up.
Chase down our enemy, Ashes.
Chase down the enemy. Save,
He said
save your
chase down the
ally.
enemy.
Which do
I
you do?
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah.
Is
actually,
Matashtai the cheerleader?
I'm the cheerleader!
I could see that. I could see that.
attacking.
Nope.
You don't get to declare
Just
you're the
leave you.
cheerleader after the fact. That's a before
That's
the
Ashes.
fact.
Cheerleader!
And like he is so deserved, Ashes finally gets a kill. Finally gets a kill. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So you chase down the final Nothic, who was being greedy, trying to like get out, but also still hurt someone. Should have dashed. Should have just left you all behind. And then you chase it down. You close the distance, and you cut it to ribbons. And what happens to Matashtai?
I go over, I feed him a potion.
Okay. So Bones goes over and immediately feeds Matashtai a potion. Brings him
From
back
my
up.
own stock. I don't even take from his stock.
Ooh. You a nice man. Nice
so you give him
today,
the Rex
huh?
potion.
I give him the Rex potion.
Give him the
Hopefully
Rex
it's not
potion.
poison. No way to know. Till you try.
How horrendous would that be? How
I mean, that would be on you. That would be 100% on you.
on me?
Yep.
It's not. But
Because we didn't even have to do a check. You just said, "Yo, it's a potion of healing."
well,
Right.
even if it was one of the fake potions of healing, when you check it, it identifies as a potion of healing.
That's fair.
So,
That's really unfortunate.
Still on you.
but that being said,
Defo on you.
it is actually just a potion, so you guys are good. Go ahead and roll the heal.
I got it. Slash roll 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh.
Maximum.
effective healer.
Very
Oh, that
nice.
HP.
Holy.
I un-X myself.
Very nice, very nice.
Like
So
the
Matashtai
circle.
comes sputtering back, right? Bones
Oh yeah. But
cradles you softly.
I look into his eyes and I say,
Softly.
"Are those vertical pupils? Or are you just happy to see me?"
No, they're vertical pupil.
Absolutely. All right. So, everyone gains 300 experience from the, and I'm gonna actually type this one because I love some of the names of the room. The names for this room are Gothic to see here.
300. So 2 0.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, so you guys
Show
get
yourself
300
now.
experience for that battle, and so as the fight ends, what you see around you, right? You see low-lying stone shelves along the walls are stuffed with crumbling pairs of dwarf boots, rusty dwarf helms, and dusty goggles with tattered leather straps hang on pegs above them. And then there are the 2 rooms behind you guys that you rushed past when engaging with the Nothics. You guys want to go check those?
No, I'm
Yeah, I'll
hurt.
check them. I'll go check them out.
Okay, Bones. As you go check them out, the north one, right? You find inside the north one, it's a small room with a rusted water pump, smooth granite basins, and marble toilets separated by thin slate dividers.
Nice.
And
Well,
In the other room, you find 6 more nothing.
to the south, yes, to the south,
I point them towards Matt.
They all combine beams to make a Death
Oh my
Star version of
God,
Rotting
that
Gate.
would be amazing. I would love that. What if there was like
That's no move.
Ash or Matt turns to ash. Just
what if there was like a laboratory, right, where there's a telescope and its entire reason for existence is like it's designed so that like 6 Nothics can look into it at the same time and focus that eye beam on someone far away, right? You know?
So it's an innovation ray from a beholder, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's from like, 6 miles away. I don't know.
Pretty good range.
Something like that. Anyways, all right. To the south, Bones, if you're also inspecting that room, you find
I inspect.
pretty much the same thing, actually. Let me double check if there's actually different. Not really. This one is a little dirtier, right? But it also looks like it is some sort of ancient washroom.
Is there anything
Did
of
I lose?
value?
Did we lose Mitch?
Yeah, we lost.
He looks
like
like
it.
he's lost
Looks like he's lost. Okay, that's fine. No big deal.
forever.
Do the entities look like they have anything of value, whether it be...
The Nothics? No,
Yeah.
they're basically nude, right? They don't wear anything. They don't have anything like any jewelry or equipment or anything like that. They are aberrations, so they don't think of worldly value the way that most people do.
Does anything about their physicality strike as maybe something that could be used as an alchemical component?
I would say roll me a nature check. Okay, so a fun thing about them is you can basically easily, and I say this is probably a little bit with your book smarts, right? With your knowledge. Oh no, we've lost Matt. Lost Matt in the actual thing. Go back to cams. Let me see. Is my No Mitch cam up to date? No, everyone's out of place on the No Mitch cam, and it's the wrong session.
I'm Zach.
So we're just gonna go back to the only cams, and we're all gonna be up in the corner for a moment. I'm not super worried about it. So in the meantime, with your 14 nature, what do you see? You see, oh, sorry, I was saying with your history and kind of like the book smarts side of things, you identify these creatures for what they are, right? Nothics, okay? And Nothics are basically twisted mages, right? They're
Whoa, metal.
There are other ways to create them, but they are basically they're a mage that typically like failed becoming a lich or did some sort of thing along that line, right? Like they delved too deeply into strange magics or evil magics and were twisted by them. That type of scenario, right? Sometimes it's like going down the path of lichdom but failing. Sometimes it's just researching dark evil magic and eventually it corrupts you. Sometimes it's doing things with like the Shadowfell or the Nether or the Far Realms or things like that. The Far Realms being a particularly nasty variant, right? Like the aberrations generated by the Far Realms are pretty twisted. So you're able to kind of like figure that out and identify that there's definitely like an inherent magical nature to these creatures. You could harvest some materials from them in order to experiment and see what you could make from them. I would say that you'd be aware there's probably a little bit of a stigma, right? Because the concept is that these were once
humans,
people, right? So there's definitely a little bit of a stigma against doing that sort of thing. And it's potentially a little bit dangerous because, again, the aberration
is a
right, but
warning,
but could lead to some pretty interesting stuff. Depending, right? It's definitely, if you went down that path, could be some pretty crazy aberration magic that you get your hands on or bottle. You know.
Okay, I'm just curious.
So is that a yes you would like to, or no, you're just the knowledge is good enough for now?
I'm just starting to poke at threads.
Sure.
See where they
I get you. I like it. I find this interesting. Okay, cool. So that situation kind of resolved.
Just to make sure.
Yes.
Huh?
Cool.
Yep, you're good.
Welcome back.
Hey, hello. So everything else is taken care of at this point, I suppose, right? We've researched, or we've checked out the rooms. We've looked at the room that we're in. Ezra has taken a look at the Nothics themselves. What do you guys want to do now? There is, aside from what the way you've come, right? The only thing left now is there is a door on the western side of this room. So, what's the plan?
Is it time to go? Is that the general consensus?
I mean, I'm
Well,
okay right this
whenever,
second, but I'd be hard pressed to stay much longer if literally anything happened.
How many charges does anybody remember off the top of their head how many charges we have off the healing staff?
Not many. I think he used them all last session.
All right, so we're down to the last charge, which isn't going
I
to.
think after the why can't I think what they're called? The gibbering mouthers he used the last.
Yeah, did a mass heal.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I'm
What
starting.
do you
to
guys
get
think
a
about
little-
Nothics? Do you guys think they're humanoids? Do you think they apply to the I don't deal in humanoids rule?
I think
Ezrah
that
can
they-
answer that question easily.
Well, technically, they are aberrations.
Yes.
But they are, or once were, people.
They forfeit their humanity. So no.
If
You
you
don't think
consider if you
you don't think
consider a lich a human, you would consider these human.
You don't think my enchanting partner would enjoy having Nothic parts?
I think it's unlikely if he knew what they were.
Huh.
You
Probably
never
should
know
tempt
until
him.
you try, though. I guess.
The guy I've been talking to seems like a straight shooter. I don't think he'd like that.
Yeah, I know. He's probably cut from the same cloth as I am. So
Well, I mean, you could always leave them behind for groin and
Yeah, they'll make it over here. I draw my kitty face on the wall, and then I go over to this door, and I draw the kitty no.
Kitty no on this door?
Yeah, because we ain't
Ooh,
gone through it. I don't want him to walk
This
into
kitty
like
no
a death
says
trap.
don't go in here, whatever you do.
Oh, okay.
he wrote Kitty No back to that drow spider dude.
Do we have a kitty no token?
No, we don't have a
We
kitty.
We
No.
don't have a
One?
Kitty No token. I can make a Kitty No.
No,
token.
we don't need a kitty no token for now. I can remember at the current moment where the goblins are supposed to tread and where they're
Hold
not
on.
supposed to tread.
I'm on it.
So,
hey, Mitch, how many charges does our healing staff have? Is it
Yeah,
on the last
one.
one?
okay, so it is down to the last one.
Okay, then yeah,
Called
don't
it.
worry about it.
All right,
How
whiskers.
potions
It needs
looking?
whiskers.
Oh, I'll get you some whiskers. Hold on.
So you guys, are you short resting and doing one more room? Are you
Does anyone have hit
short
dice
resting
left?
and leaving?
I
Are
have got
you-
all of my hit dice.
Well, the two people that are mostly hurt still have hit dice, so you guys could short rest and keep going.
I'll do one more room. If y'all want a short rest and do one more room, I could do that.
Okay, I mean, I'd be willing.
I mean,
Okay.
Matashtai is the one that just got bumfucked this last.
He's
Room,
also
so-
ignoring.
I
it.
mean, I could definitely use
I know.
the
and
short rest.
assume Rachel
I have
is-
I still have a shit ton of potions though.
Yeah.
Like in the teens.
It's up to you guys. Like, I'm not gonna twist your arm about staying in the dungeon, but you guys are all about progress these
Let us
days.
short
So
rest.
if you want
I-
to,
We shall continue.
I mean, we've made a lot of progress.
absolutely, you have. What? One more room?
All right, Ashes, give me
Two
a
more
potion.
rooms?
I give you a potion. This
Are
is
we
the
just- are we
second
just-
potion I've given
I think you guys. I think they're planning on short resting.
We're short resting. I've got 2 hit dice. Okay.
Use them.
Hell yeah! All right, I'm back to max HP. I'm watching, fucking like a hawk. We're not getting ambushed. All right, like
Okay.
a hawk, Jeremy.
You
Like a hawk,
you
he
are not
said.
ambushed, but taking a short rest does up the tension meter to 4.
I'm active. I'm actively on watch.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. Ezra, do you have any hit dice, or are you out as far as hit
I
dice
used
goes?
them.
Oh,
I
okay,
used them.
gotcha.
I've got
Oh, well,
one
you're
left.
you're back to full now. Nice. See, you guys
Yeah,
have
see-
plenty of resources.
It's a blessing and a curse having really low HP.
Yeah.
It's a curse
If you're gonna
because you
say-
die super quickly. It's a
If
blessing.
you're gonna
because
say
you
that
die.
sentence,
There you go.
if you're gonna say that sentence, you better say it like the greatest detective in the world, Monk. Or don't say it at all.
I don't know what.
It's a blessing.
Well, hey,
And
think about
curse.
it for a second. Monk and
I
Ezra's
don't know
like-
what's happening right now.
He's
propensity
referencing.
to
I don't
clean
know.
everything.
Yeah.
Precipitation every 3
Oh
seconds.
no, maybe. I kind of see the
That's
correlation.
lookish.
I get you. Okay, so you guys take a breather. Bones watches out, quaffs a potion, and keeps a watch out while everyone else takes a moment to bind their wounds. Eat a short meal. That type of scenario. Time advances forward. You guys are healed up. And that's that. Matashtai is still a little injured. Everyone else is up to full. So,
Hey,
what do you guys want to do now?
Matt, you need a potion, buddy?
I'm drinking one. I actually already marked it off. I just
Hadn't
All right, I head over
Oh,
there.
gotcha.
I erase the kitty no sign.
Okay, you erase the kitty no sign.
what? I just
Well, here,
Okay.
here. We'll just move it. We'll just move
it's
it.
fine.
It's
You,
like
what have you done?
Lord.
What did
I'm
you do?
I'm good. Hold up. I'm gonna move it all. Give me a second.
I see a pixel
Jeez.
that didn't come. All right.
That pixel was an accidental pixel.
Yeah, that one doesn't count.
Nope.
All right,
it's
so you
fine.
erase the kitty no sign. Now you're at
I open
the
the door.
you're at the door. So this is where we at? 13.
I rely on my superhuman senses to let me know if it's a problem.
You do not open the door.
I attempt to open the door.
You go to open the door and the door does not budge at all.
Is it locked? Is it got a lock on it?
There is a lock on it. Yes.
This seems like a problem for a battering ram.
There is a location that could potentially be lockpicked. One would say.
Can I attempt that?
If you would like to do so, absolutely.
I'd like to do so. I mentioned it. I motioned to Ash. I said, Ashes, back it up, man. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Backing it up. My daddy taught me good.
Ash's daddy
An
talked.
asset.
Alright. So this is a... What type of door is this? Let me double check real quick.
Easily pickable one.
It
Translucent?
is
Is
a...
it translucent?
That is definitely not. Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna set the
door
gonna
flies
be
open and
same
you
there.
fall through a
Okay,
prismatic wall.
so go ahead and roll me a lockpick check.
26.
Ooh, your DC was 25.
Oh my god.
Hey,
As you as you set about working on this is not a quick process, by the way. This is not like a chink done, right? No, Bones sits down and starts to work at it, and then he goes, huh. Starts to work at it a little longer, and you see him pull out more tools, right? And then you hear this, huh, right? And then another 45 seconds go by, and by the end of it, Bones is in here with a pick in his mouth and 3 things out of one finger, and he's jiggling something from the bottom, and there's a little bit of a twist and a pop, and so it goes through 2 or 3 minutes of Bones
Bones
trying
he
to
mutters, commence the jiggling.
and
hi.
and
This is
Bones,
the lockpicking tabaxi.
as you are working on this, right about halfway through, you realize, damn, this is way more difficult than it should be. To the point to where you start to realize, because you have very keen senses, you very keen eyesight, right? You can actually see a little bit into this open little portal. You can see some of the tumblers, and you start to feel obstructions that do not exist, that are not a part of the locking mechanism.
Magic.
As Bones picks
Magic.
an arcane lock.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
You're my hero,
Magic.
Bones.
And it takes him all together, right? Takes him about 4 or 5 minutes, right?
Long.
But eventually get that click, and the door just gives ever so slightly. The lock is opened.
Woo! All right, let's see what they were protecting.
All right.
Is it swing in or swing out?
Hold up. I'm gonna get up there.
It's got to go in, right? Otherwise, we could just fucking bang out the whatever the hell they're
Really
called. What are they
impressive,
called?
friendo.
The pins or the hinges or
The hinge
what-
that pins.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dwarven architecture kind of prevents that, right? But
Oh.
Yeah. There's no
Yeah.
hinges on dwarven architecture.
there aren't.
Otherwise, we'd be banging pins out all
strictly
day.
to prevent adventurers from just going around and going, oh, let's get through this door. Ting, ting, done. Right? So, you go to open the door, right?
Yeah, I push it open. I stand back. Oh, push it
It
open.
opens.
And then explodes? Does it explode?
Did you check for traps?
He did not
No,
check for
It
traps.
was like fucking arcane locked. I assume that's as much trap
He
as you
did
need.
not check for traps.
And fireball.
That's why I didn't walk in. That's why I
Why
pushed
did
it
that
open.
move so close?
Here you go, Jeremy.
Nothing
Right,
happens.
yeah.
Nothing happens. You
All right, it's half
see,
damage.
you see on the other side of this door, you see a short hall with a long hall branching north and south, right?
Yeah.
And then you see another door about 30 or so feet across the way.
Alright, check for traps real fast.
Okay. Just with your passive,
Yeah, passively.
you find nothing.
As if to
out of
pretend
the
that I had already
ordinary.
done it.
You do see, right? You see very obviously, you see there are tracks all through this area. But
Walk
the
in.
area in front of the door that you have just opened, right, has very few tracks, right? Seemingly like this door was locked for a reason, and there wasn't a lot of travel to this door or through this door.
Because there's a shitload of Nothics in here.
Well, you know.
What do you mean?
So there was nothing to see here. So you can see, right? Both of you can see as you kind of come to this corner. You can see to the south, you see far in the distance a series of steps leading upwards.
That's the opposite direction.
And then you can see
They lead upwards, okay. and
you can
not
see to
down.
the north, right? You can see the hall extends for a ways, and then it looks like there's a bit of a cave in, but it does look like there's kind of some branching areas up there, right? Maybe some additional paths to travel.
Okay, the door directly across from us, does it look like there's been foot traffic there?
Absolutely. There's plenty
Okay.
of foot traffic going in and out of it.
Okay, I mean, I guess, like, I'll call back to Ezra. I'll let Ezra know. Ezra, I'm gonna go check it out. Maybe move up just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a small amount. Maybe within 30 feet of the party.
The succubus that has been stalking you guys turns on
Other
Ezra.
campaign! Other campaign!
I go up here. Oh, it's more doors. All right, fuck this. I leave.
Okay. Oh, okay. So
go
you
down-
you do
I go
that
down
quick
this way.
like oh okay. As
stop right
hold
here.
up.
I don't go any farther.
So as you come to the steps, right, and you start to slowly creep up them, you hear and see something as you near the top.
If it's a gibbering mouther, I turn around immediately.
No. What you hear and see, right?
Yeah, that means I can't turn around.
You see an old hall. So you see this this short stair, right, leads upwards into this hall, right? This old hall with this arched ceiling, 30 foot high. The walls here are decorated with bas-reliefs of dwarves singing and drinking, right? There are a dozen empty iron torch brackets mounted across up and down the hallway, right, on the north side and the south side, etc. Right? There are scrabbled markings, right, like scrabbled etchings and claw marks, just below several of the brackets. And you see, I'm actually gonna show you instead of tell you what you see. We'll see. I'm gonna go to the Roll20. I'm gonna go to the big screen so that anyone watching can see this as well. You see one of the art handouts that I actually get to use. Holy crap! See this. So just imagine that individual is Bones. Okay. You
Nope.
see
Nope.
two odd insectoid creatures, ruddy and chitinous, with feather-like antennae and long tails ending in bony protrusions. And they seem to be fighting one another.
Bony protrusions? We're fighting them.
They're looming over a rusted steel helmet that is cast about, right, as they kind of like ram into one another. They are so distracted in their tussle over this object that they do not notice you, 50 feet away from them. At the top of the and indeed behind you, right? Matashtai has come up behind you, right, with this light, just kind of like beaconing out. They seem completely unawares, right? They're not paying attention to you guys at all.
I motion back to Ash.
Okay. Ash, as you see Bones like motioning back to the universal language, sign language for let's stab some things.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So.
Side note: is the dungeon that like not tall?
What do you mean?
Like, look how like low that ceiling is. I'd feel so claustrophobic in here.
Oh, right. So. If you actually read this is a wonderful thing about the product. This is not a complaint, but this is something I've noticed, right?
Sounds like a complaint.
They note that this area has a 30-foot high ceiling. And yet in the handout, right, it's absolutely not, right?
I mean, make
very tall man.
Seem more like tense and scary when it's a lower
Sure,
ceiling.
it's definitely right. And this, by the way, this is the art for every level of the dungeon has a cover art. This is the cover art for the Arcane Chambers.
Did we miss the first floor?
No, you guys have seen the first floor. It's the Manticore one, yeah.
Oh, you know what would have been a cooler art for this level?
Now that I know that makes me not want to do this.
I think many of them, right, would have been.
Yeah.
Huh? No, it's not. This isn't equivalent, right? Let's make that straight.
Okay.
Not the cover art is not always equivalent to like the most dangerous fight on the floor.
Okay, this
is
the
just
boss fight
this
of the
is just
floor.
a cool thing that they thought would be nice, and I like it. I really do like the artwork for this. It's pretty neat. So.
I don't feel like the Manticore was the boss fight of the last
I don't
floor
feel like it was the boss, but it was one of the bigger fights of the
Yeah.
floor. Absolutely. So.
Okay, I'm going to enter extreme stealth.
Okay. So.
Just so I know, what does that entail from Bones' perspective?
I'm curious.
I become the knight. Like this.
Okay, and what
You just like pancake on the ground? Is that it? Is it just like you do the cat thing and you just floof?
Yeah, bro.
You just
it's like a fucking
you just
cat
stretch out
shaking.
entirely and it's just like.
But I have my hands up because I want stab.
He starts emanating darkness just like Nocturne's ulti.
Absolutely. Okay, so. Bones, go stealthy.
Yes.
I also initiate extreme stealth.
Okay.
Exactly like that. Yes, exactly like that.
See, that's what I envisioned as well.
Same.
So,
Well, Ezra's 18 years back, so it's fine. Actually, he's a lot closer than normal. But he's still pretty far back.
he is not really the problem, or gonna be the problem.
Ooh.
I initiate extreme stealth.
Well, the problem is, and more often than not, is always going to be one of two things. It's either going to be Ashes is very loud, or Matashtai is very bright. So, as this moment happens, right? As you guys are reconvening, Ashes has come forward, Ezra's come forward, right? Bones begins to enter extreme stealth mode. It's that point to where, like, at first, the insectoid creatures did
notice.
not notice you guys, but after
But now
about
they do.
12, 15, 20 seconds of Matashtai's light radiating like a beacon up and out of this entryway,
They say, "Oh, the fuck's that?"
the two creatures stop, right? And they look. Their antennas kind of like
Turn off the light.
Too late.
You ain't.
You can turn off the light.
No,
But the problem is you guys, especially one of you, is carrying a lot of metal.
Oh, they're gonna eat you.
And
Fucking
now,
not me.
now the rust monsters smell it.
Do they smell magical metal?
So
Hungry.
next time, we will start things off as the rust monsters make their way towards you all, and we see how that works out. So, I think
They
we'll
got
go ahead.
bony
and-
protrusions, guys.
They do have bony protrusions. You know, I
Dude,
did not.
you could make a rust monster weapon that degrades the armor of things you stab.
That
That could
excites me greatly, Jeremy. I
be
need this.
You done sold them.
I was sold as
Like,
soon as
I
he
know,
said
I-
bony protrusions. I
Well,
was in.
We'll see how it goes next time on Dungeon of the Mad Mage. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye guys, thanks for watching.